Doctor. Doctor.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but show you right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate y'all pull up on me, man. What's going on? Sorry, everybody in the building. Listen, man. Listen, man. I told y'all, man, listen. Black men are absolutely nothing, never enough, ain't, can't, don't, won't, right? Up until you show that you're doing something that is unexpected, bro. We heard this the last time, man. And again, you know, people are going to say the election results were the election results, right? We got these threats back in 2020. Oh, we know who you are, and you know you're going to pay for this, and we're not going to forget, and we got a list. Like, black men are the only group of motherfucking people, bro, that are targeted and threatened for the right that we died for the most. You hear me? You understand that? Now, again, I'm not belittling or saying that black women didn't suffer any type of atrocities in America, but clearly, bro, the number of black men killed in comparison to black women from the the whole slave part to up to Jim Crow, bro, it's not even. Come on, are you actually gonna have this? And now you're telling the people that put the most motherfucking blood on the line. All right, all right. Aaron Magruder never missed, by the way. Okay, shout out to Aaron Magruder, man. A lot of people starting to like share a couple of his little clips and shit or whatever. But again, the best Boondocks episode was the Martin Luther King one. I think it's Dream Deferred or something, right? But that was the book he did. Somebody put the actual title of the episode, or the Return of the King. I think that's what it was. Off the top of my head. Either way, I'll get it right. And I think do I got the clip in here? I'm pretty sure I got it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Will you ignorant niggas please shut the hell up? And he starts off, is this what I took all these ass whoopings for? Is this what I took all these ass whoopings for? He starts off with his soliloquy, his what's the name? Hey, shout out to Valet. Hey, the cash app's down in the bottom. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for asking, brother. Y'all know I'll be think about this shit. Yeah, Return to King. Appreciate you, right? So, Martin Luther King's, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, plenty of others. And again, I always forget the name of the brother. The brother in Philly that has he has a statue actually out in front of downtown Philadelphia, because he was killed in the streets on election day, because way before, you know what I'm saying, early, you had black men doing the same thing, right? So it just always befuddles me, bro, to see black men especially pull this BS about lecturing other black men about, utilizing the right that you fought to get, right? And lo and behold, I see motherfucking Magic Johnson talking about what black men need to do and black men need to do, and we need to let them know. And it's like, have you seen your son, bro? And listen, man, I love Magic. Y'all know me, Lakers for life, man. Magic Johnson was my first favorite player. Okay, Magic Johnson, my first favorite player, bro. Before I knew about all the orgies and shit, and the people that he had sex with. I'm say it again. Magic Johnson say he was fucking them hoes. Magic Johnson said he was fucking people. Just saying, if you know, you know. And lo and behold, you had the whole HIV thing, and somehow, miraculously, magically, this, in his namesake, this nigga beat it. He beat it. Only motherfucker ever in the history of history, and then now again, the same now to where they got what the hell they call that shit? Whatever this medicine is to make you undetectable. And motherfuckers walk around here all healthy and shit. Bro, Magic Johnson was gaining weight back in motherfucking Magic Johnson was gaining weight in 88, nigga. Magic Johnson was out here gaining weight in 88. You feel me? Magic Johnson fucking retired, came back, retired, and came back one more time. I think hold up. Because they played the Bulls in 90. Right? Yeah. They played the Bulls in 90. He retired. And I think Magic's last season would have been like 94 or something like that. Either 93 or 94. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right? Yeah, but hey, Magic eating good, nigga. Like, damn, this nigga ain't no don't go chasing waterfalls for him. You know what I'm saying? He came back for the All-Star game. What year was that, Albert? But anyway, Magic Johnson has always been a polarizing figure in sports and just entertainment in general, right? went on to become a big business guy, mogul, whatnot. Magic Johnson Theaters, part owner of the LA Dodgers, and I think part owner of the Washington Commanders. I think I'm pretty sure. I think it might be Washington Commanders. I think 95. Okay, yeah, cool. Right. So, and again, man, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Magic Johnson as for his contributions to sports, basketball, the black male image or whatever outside of that shit. But bro, don't lecture me, man. When again your house is in shambles, brother. Somehow, some way, Magic. You got NBA prospect out here catching balls, catching and dribbling balls in all the wrong context, brother. You cannot, you will not hop your ass on the motherfucking on this on this internet and tell me anything about what the fuck that I need to do with my vote. I'm not gonna let you do it. And of course, he went back to the hometown, Michigan, to deliver this speech. So we're gonna watch a little bit of it. All right. Well, we're gonna watch it. And then we're gonna assess it, break it down as we always do. Fair use, by the way. Let's get to it.
Years for Fisher Body. When I turned pro, I thought that was going to be the greatest moment in my father's life, but it wasn't. The greatest moment in his life came when he finally owned his own home. What does Kamala Harris wants to do as president? Put millions of Americans in their own home, give them $25,000 to start them off to be homeowners. That's very important. Then she wants to also have more small business.
Shout out to my man Ballet Waste Disposal, brother. Greatly appreciate you for the 10 on the Cash App, brother. Greatly appreciate you. Appreciate you, fam. Now, again, man, Kamala Harris is somehow offering $25,000 to first-time home buyers, which again isn't exclusive to Black people. Say it again, isn't exclusive to Black people. I couldn't say a lot of the stuff I wanted to say, because I was still in the Navy, right? But Joe Biden made a promise and kept it. The first bill he signed off was a transgender bill. Transgenders represent less than 1% of the population nationally, even less than that globally. So a group of people that are the smallest of us gets in an executive order. I'm gonna say definitely like executive order is not a bill. Like within the first month of Biden being elected. Then we get the was the Asian hate bill. Was that Biden? I think, yeah, Asian hate. And then some type of it was one more. So all of these people, and Kamala Harris is still on tape saying, I can't make a bill or something that's specifically for Black people. I can't do that. Well, we've seen Barack Obama do it in 2 terms for, again, alternative lifestyle, rainbows, right? We've seen Biden keep in, the spirit of his predecessor, right? Meaning Barack Obama, even though I know, Trump was right before him, but I'm talking about, his former running mate, right? And do the same thing. So you mean to tell me now you guys are going to take something that's allowed and blanketed for everyone across the board and apply it to as if this is something that black men want to just, right?
Owners. And she's going to help them out by giving them $50,000 for startup new small business owners. Tax.
Oh yeah, shout out to Art Nicole. Yeah, the Juneteenth. He gave you niggas Juneteenth, right? And shout out to all my Texas people or whatever. I'm not shitting on Juneteenth, but bro, they don't make the white folks go to work and let your black ass stay home. They don't make the they don't make mass of them still go to work and let you stay home, man. This is the sad part about how easy it is to appease black people, bro. Right? It's crazy. And when you're the person that try to expose it and be like, bro, we not really getting nothing. Oh, nigga, you just a coon. Oh, you hate yourself. You a self-hater. You were Uncle Tom. It's like, no, brother, no, sister. Like, what? How does this benefit us solely? Majority of motherfucking people don't hit no motherfucking paid days off. You're not getting you get a day off, but you're not getting paid. That means you're losing money. And it's something that everybody gets to motherfucking take advantage of. I promise you, man, no matter how you can find the most racist motherfucking white person in the fucking on the planet. And it's a day off, I'm taking it. Yes, sir, Bob. I might can't stand the Negros, but hey, a day off is a day off, buddy. Give me some Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? And sit down and relax. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. And I'll go back to, trying to dodge the Negros tomorrow. Try to introvert Max in. Bro, once you more, and I tell y'all, man, more and more black men are starting to understand and get out of this motherfucking box, man. That's the problem. Turning off the TV, turning off the news, doing your own research, listening to other brothers, right? To point us in the right direction, man. Want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Rumors always spread faster than truth, man. Rumors and lies, hey, speed of light. The truth, won't make it through the night. Black men have been subverted, and you know what's the crazy part about it? I don't think we're giving ourselves the credit for being possibly the first demographic to even beat fucking subversion, man. Ideological fucking subversion. For years and years and years and years and years, generations, this shit has been fucking literally like beat into our minds, psyches, this way of living, all these different things, right? And somehow, some way, you got brothers waking up every day and being like, nah, man, that's some bullshit. This is what it really is. It's been here the whole time. We just weren't seeing it. Again, racism exists. Racism will always exist with everyone. You can't just, racism is a position of power. No, nigga, no. No. Y'all do all this Michael Eric Dyson motherfucking explanations and shit to keep you worried and scared of the white man when, again, bro, you live with the white man. All right? Never gonna be a point where you don't, and not in this country. Other places in the world, you want to go to the continent, you want to go down to fucking Brazil, certain parts of South America and shit. Hey, as long as you here, man, the white man's gonna be here. So why talk about it as if it's ever gonna be any way different, right? Yeah, and again, you're trying to defeat some shit that's never gonna fucking stop. They come to you with the same shit. Racism, voter suppression, poverty. And again, black people, do you understand that again, a minority of black people are impoverished? Minority. At max overall, I think it's somewhere around 30%. It's 30, like to be smaller than 30%, yeah. But a lot of reason why it's not smaller than 30% is self-inflicted. First off, being that, hey, everybody wanted, black women don't want to fucking deal with black men unless, they tried to brag in this thing too, and I came to find out where some black women own more houses than black men. Well, no, women in general. Y'all did the same shit y'all did with the fucking most enrolled, most educated. Y'all took credit for some shit that was that way across the board. More women own more homes than men. Why? Because men are no longer getting married and having families. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can find this real quick. Bro, what's his name? The big strong nigga from Steven Adams. Steven Adams. Just got traded to the Houston Rockets. Steven Adams showed a picture of his little apartment in Houston, like small ass bedroom and a mattress on the floor. Men are minimalist, bro. Bro, if I don't have a need for it, I'm not wasting money on it. Oh man, niggas was telling me, oh man, you ain't got nothing on your walls and all this other. Nigga, what the fuck I need, nigga? This is not a fucking art gallery. This is not a fucking museum. Nigga, I live here. Okay? I live here. I eat, shit, sleep. Hey. Do YouTube and that's it, man. All the motherfuckers to be telling you about like a nigga need a mansion and you gotta have all the, bruh. Them niggas lose money and they get tired of the mansions. Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, all these motherfuckers had these fucking compounds. And what ended up happening? Shit, you get tired of it, you get something new, and now you can't sell it. Y'all want regular niggas' houses that look like fucking Tommy on fucking belly. Neon lights and motherfucking black and white motherfucking backdrop, leather couches, Corinthian leather, white. It's like, bro, what we doing? Y'all want the alpaca?
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Y'all want the alpaca on the floor? The alpaca? Nigga, I don't need all that shit. Shout out to Royce. Yeah, just for you, like I said, hey, to fucking lose to if you buy that house with her, bro, hey, that's property rights, dog. They don't count that in alimony though. Everybody talking about, oh man, there ain't no alimony, men ain't paying alimony. I mean, well, listen, they don't count fucking marital property rights as alimony, man. You want to sell that house, hey, shit, you can't sell it without her getting a piece of it. Hell, you can't even sell it if she don't want you to sell it. But if she wants you to fucking sell it, they can put pressure on you and make you sell it. That shit has happened. Yeah.
Deduction. She's smart. She's strong. She's passionate. Nobody's going to outwork her. She's committed to you as the people of the United States, the people of Michigan. She's committed to you.
You sure about that? You sure about that? The billions and billions of dollars they sent over to that U place across the water. You sure about that? People exposing the shit, they talking about, well, oh, Trump said he killed the bill for whatever, and I forget who it was that broke it down. Bro, they had over the majority of money in those bills were foreign aid for other countries, and Americans will get something like, I think maybe $4 billion out of the deal. Americans were going to get less than fucking 10% of what everybody else was getting. And Trump was like, no. And they said, oh, he killed the bill. Well, damn, you giving away fucking 90% of the money to other motherfuckers that's not us. What are you saying? He pointed out, though, hey, no, racist. Yeah, she committed to taking that FEMA money. And we know what's so crazy? They say, oh, that is not true. That is not true. So you mean to tell me all of these fucking official fucking news outlets, AP, and what's the other joint? I want to say New York, not New York Times, but either way, official news fucking wasn't they say, hey, they're out of money because they allocated and reallocated money from fucking FEMA emergency support for fucking immigrants, for illegal immigrants. Shit's in black and white. So now you telling us we lying? The news is lying? As much as the news make everything the news say positive about fucking Kamala, oh yeah, believe it. And Biden believe it. But as soon as they point out some shit and say, hey man, listen, hurricane shit going on, and y'all offering $750 to American citizens when you got motherfucking the Venezuelans out here getting 10 racks for a month, thousands of dollars a month. What are we talking about here, man?
She's going to be a president for everybody. And the one thing she's going to do is finally unite us, bring us together. That other party is trying to tear us down. And I got to say this because I'm back home. First of all, let me congratulate your Tigers. I grew up a Tiger fan. That sound familiar? Somebody wore number 32. You know who that is, right? We got to rally people, talk to them. Now, there's a lot of black men in here, and I don't mean to, not talk to other people, but this is important. Our black men, we got to get them out to vote. That's number one. Kamala's opponent promised a lot of things last time to the black community that he did not deliver on. And we got to.
What were they, Magic? What were the things that Donald Trump offered to the black community and did not deliver on? Well, first off, according to y'all, he never offered anything. See how y'all play both sides and act like Donald Trump ain't offering you nothing. Oh, Donald Trump ain't gonna give you nothing. Y'all niggas celebrated when Kodak Black got out. Lil Wayne, he got Lil Wayne's fucking pardon. What else? He did the most for fucking prison, all the prison reform shit that happened and helped more black men probably in the history of this country from a legal standpoint. The money that was being made, opportunity zones, cutting away again. Well, Obama did that. Well, Obama did it, but Obama didn't fucking do it to the point of where it could actually be useful. Trump got in there and said, hey man, it's too many regulations for this. It's too many fucking unnecessary steps for this. You guys have the money there that people aren't able to get to it and actually use it because you have all of this, red tape in between it. Let's remove the red tape. At that time, the most money ever fucking dedicated for and to HBCUs. We remember all that shit, bro. What are you talking about, Magic? Magic, what are you talking about? Yeah, what's the name? Dumbass got his ass out. He want to go. He got a fucking brother in the fucking in the NBA. This little nigga go over to China and he want to, he want to be a young nigga. Of course, hey, Will, that's why I say ain't can't don't won't. Ain't can't don't won't always applies to the straight black man, bro.
to make sure we help black men understand that. So that's why I'm here, to make sure I help black men understand. First, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Now, Magic, again, brother. And this is what I say too, man. Listen. I can have respect for a man, right? And disagree with him. Vehemently fucking disagree. I don't wish nothing bad on Magic. I don't, hey, glad he's still here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that nigga should have patented his blood. I don't know why Magic Johnson not saying motherfucking the magic in a bottle. I don't know. Listen, you know how they talk about how if an alien ever came down and they gonna get them and they gonna dissect them and they gonna do all these tests and probes and shit, nigga. Man, we already had that, and somehow, some way. Just saying. No, brother. I said vehemently, brother. Vehemently, not behemoth. Get that wax out your ear, brother. It's Sunday. Sunday's a good day to do your hygiene there, good brother. Yeah, that shit they trying to do with the capital gain shit is just crazy, bro. People don't, and again, bro, the rich, quote unquote, will never be taxed. Y'all understand that? The quote unquote rich people, bro, are not, because the way they know how to play the game. They get rich and stay rich, bro, because they know how fucking the tax code works. They pay people a lot of money to be able to get any and every fucking break, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, put money any and every other place. Yeah, bro, it's just not there. Hey, man, jump, man. Hey, I'm just, hey. Henrietta Lacks. Right? That said it right. Henrietta Lacks, the lady that they took her blood and they come to find out her fucking blood was the basis for a lot of the fucking vaccines. The family somehow, I forget how the family even found out, and the family had to sue to get motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, reimbursed for her blood being the basis for all these fucking wonderful vaccines and shit. Hey, man, I'm just saying, hey, Magic, I guess Magic's like, hey, man, I don't need the money. You know?
She's for women's rights to make their own decisions. So we help black men understand that. So that's why I'm here, to make sure I help black men understand. First, get out and vote, and then vote for the next president of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Magic, brother. Talk about basketball. Talk about business. Don't get up here and lecture us, brother, when, again, come on, Magic. Magic. How can I have, and again, I know. Come on, man. What are we doing, bro? Magic, this is your lineage, man. Oh, I just realized. Oh God. Hold on. I didn't see that. Magic. Brother. Clearly. your leadership of black men outside of a basketball court, no bueno. No bueno, brother. No bueno. Terrible. El Grosso. I keep telling y'all, man, the straight black man is the most disrespected, most disregarded, yet most demanded upon, right? Definitely in the country, arguably in the planet. No matter what you do, is never enough, right? Even when you're doing something, it's who the fuck do you think you is, and all this other shit. But and I know this Joy Reid clip I'm about to show is a little older, but I've been trying to stay out of the politics thing but definitely now you got less than a month left, bro. Literally, what, October has 31 days, so 30 days from now, we'll be voting for the next 4 years and possible, you know what I'm saying, direction of this country for the rest of our lifetime, right? I am not telling you vote Republican. I'm not telling you vote Democrat. I'm not telling you vote Kamala Harris. I'm not telling you vote Donald Trump. What I'm telling you to do is to learn what politics is supposed to be, right? Understand that the person you vote for president are going to put in policies that are not, and people always like saying it's not, and we have to give the full context. Now listen, the most important elections that you have are going to be your local elections, your city councilman, your mayor, your your judges, your prosecutors, all those things, your DAs. That's going to be the most important because it's going to affect you the most, the fastest, right? Or the fastest, right? Okay. When you start talking about congressmen and senators, right? Those are the people that fucking make the laws, right? And then you get the president, and the president pretty much, signs off on the laws, blocks him if he don't like it, and he's able to. You don't have enough of Congress or in the Senate to fucking pass it without him. And then you have he assigns the people that are going to protect the laws that are made to the Supreme Court, right? So understanding how this shit's really, really supposed to work, bro. All right. Get out all of the fucking this party, that party rhetoric, because at the end of the day, two sides of the same coin. That's some tinfoil Tuesday shit. We're not gonna get into that today. Please understand, man. Listen, the Lyndon Baines Johnson curse is real. All right, it's real. We can be the first generation of men, bro, to start breaking it, to put a crack in that motherfucking chain. You know what I'm saying? To put a tear in that line, to get black men specifically, right, out of this thing as to where you're going to get 90+% of your vote going to the Democratic Party, offering you absolutely nothing other than telling you white people and Republicans are racist, and they don't want to keep they don't want to let you vote. Voter suppression. Yeah. See, they rezoning and they doing all this, and they making you have to show an ID. Nigga, you show an ID to get in the club. You show an ID to buy cigarettes. You show an ID to buy alcohol. Hell, now you got to show ID to buy weed. Y'all ass ain't going to none of these motherfucking dispensaries and being like, hey, man, no, man, I shouldn't have to. Here you go. You know how you niggas love weed. But yet and still, when these people say something, bro, that's clearly just a lie and couple it with racism, the white man, Republican, you niggas, no. Black men, we're too intelligent for that. Okay. Furthermore, if and when we separate ourselves, right? Because again, they are trying, you need to be electing people. And this is going to be congressmen and senators that are not and that will not speed up this process of fucking illegal immigrants getting citizenship to replace your vote. It is not a coincidence that a lot of these areas that are being flooded with these, illegal immigrants are already minority. It's not a coincidence. Those are your replacements. The Biden-Harris administration over the last 4 years have taken your tax dollars to fund, to fly, to bus, to house, to feed, to afford lifestyles to people that should not even be here. Okay? Your ass go out, and I think most places 20 miles per hour over, you can go to jail. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty much the standard. It's a standard across the board. If you are speeding in a car at over 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, it could be a motherfucking arrestable offense. And for the most part, 100 miles per hour, that's pretty much guaranteed. You get clocked doing motherfucking 100 in the United States of America on any of these motherfucking American roads,
you going to jail. That statement gonna send you to jail.
right? And again, mind you, they ain't giving a fuck about your job. They ain't giving a fuck about your kids. They ain't giving a fuck about all these fines you've been hit your ass with. They ain't giving a fuck about none of that. Listen, you got to follow the rules. If you don't, we'll make your ass pay. These immigrants getting out here, man, they whooping the police. I was getting offended, man. I was getting offended. Well, Quinn, we know it can get you pulled over. We're not talking about just pulled over. We're talking about like you going to jail, bro. 20 miles per hour, bro. You going to jail. Yeah, boss man. That is the boss man. Hello, brother. That is the plan. That's a plan, man. Literally happening right in front of your face, and you gonna vote the people in that did this in broad daylight. Told y'all talking all this shit. I'm still coming. Y'all talk. Oh man, them Venezuelans ain't doing shit in Chicago, nigga. This ain't Colorado, nigga. These do that like or block, or block. Y'all had Alejandro motherfucking on live popping shit. Niggas told me that shit was a myth, nigga. Y'all told me, no, nigga, that shit ain't going down, nigga. No, man. Hey, I stayed out of street nigga business. Lo and behold, now you got motherfucking, again, all these major fucking news places covering it. You have a former motherfucking GD saying it's gonna be problems. Saying these Venezuelans trying to, they trying to pull shit. Niggas not listen. I ain't saying y'all laying down. Shout out to Chicago niggas. But I'm just saying that, like, hey. I'm telling you, man. You feel me? Plunder as they will, because again, that's who got you here. That's who's gonna get you to bring more of your people here. That's how you're gonna be able to stay here. You're gonna get the free money. Bro, this is never a race thing as much as it's a class thing. Like you said, hey, the shit that the strike is over. The longshoreman strike is over, right? They settled for, I think it's $66 an hour and whatever else the details was. But anyway, they settled the longshoreman thing, right? Bro, as it becomes more expensive to live, people need to fucking get paid higher wages, right? All right, livable wages, they say, right? The problem with that is these companies don't want to fucking ever lose profit. Once a company reaches a certain level of profit margin, they want to maintain that. They set it as the standard and they want to stay there. Everything that's going to help them stay there usually is going to be a cut in employees, freezing pay at where it is at that level, right? If they can get cheaper products or whatever, cheaper products, cheaper labor, to keep the shit going. Well, to your American ass, who's got bills, who's got kids, who wants, who wants to at least take his family out to eat, once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, all this shit is motherfucking going up. I need, my pay to go up too. Right? Hey man, I need some. Hey, y'all making more money. We see the fucking profits. I can read the news, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can see the fucking projections, the company projections. You know what I'm saying? I can go look that shit up. What's going on here? Oh no, man! It's coming. 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 Just be patient. Just be patient. Just wait. We got you. It's coming. Lo and behold, nigga, the whole time they're like, "Hey, man, we gotta get these niggas out of here, man. They smelling themselves. They think they deserve a raise." Well, hey, you know what we're gonna do? Hey, let's just bring these poor motherfuckers in here that can't speak the language, and our money is fucking, 10 to 50 times their money. So if we start them out, it's just like fucking minimum wage for them. Shit, it's miraculous. The government already done got them over here and gave them, thousands upon thousands of dollars. So now what we can do is we can motherfucking work these motherfuckers, fire the old motherfuckers, or get them out of here to the point of where we ain't got to pay them pensions and shit. Listen, Plundar, that's next. But until then, that's why I told y'all, bro. I don't trust fucking Elon, man. Elon's a fucking evil genius. Elon's an evil fucking genius, bro. This robot shit, this Tesla bot shit, bro, is no joke. I'm writing a paper now on fucking the military has completely, totally autonomous drones now. They got autonomous drones, bro, where there's not gonna be no pilot in the cockpit and nobody operating no joystick. I don't think people understand just how fast we're being made obsolete. We're making ourselves obsolete because again, AI, they created that shit, and all the people that was involved in AI, I told you the shit is dangerous because what? The shit is self-learning. It's self-learning. Literally all the shit you fucking seen in Terminator and Westworld. What's another one? Lawnmower Man. All this shit, man. This AI shit is real, bro. Nothing you can really do to stop it. So in the meantime, between time, to get until they can get them here, they need that buffer to be able to pay the people that, rock bottom as they possibly can to save up the money. And it's crazy. And I think about this now. And I literally just thought about it, bro. They know their time is limited, bro. If you can take somebody that's as skillful as a pilot, right? Learning how to fucking fly a plane. That's just not easy. It's not a what's name. It's a high skill to have. If you can replace him, what the fuck make you think you can't replace the CEO? All you are is a manager. A manager with many other managers under him. That's the point where you're not an expert in everything. You just have someone for everything. So if the person who actually has the skill and is doing the hardest part can be replaced, these motherfuckers are smart enough at the top to know, well, shit, I can be replaced too. So and I only got a limited amount of time before my ass is, I'm gonna be in control somewhere, sitting around or whatever, and just getting the benefits of having my motherfucking account linked to it. But I'm not gonna be running this shit no more. It's gonna be a fucking algorithm. It's gonna be a program. And these motherfuckers are trying to do everything they can do to get as much money out of the process until they're pretty much obsolete. Yeah, man. Hey, plenty of people done said it. It is. Hey, man, you can't close it because again, it controls itself. It makes itself better, man. Yeah, they were asking AI questions and it told them people it's aware that yeah, man. Listen, yeah, for real. Introvert man, everybody think this shit's a what's name, man. All that shit. Told you, man. We ain't gonna turn this into 10 for Tuesday though. But shout out to Fatty, shout out to Hemp. We had this interesting conversation the other day, and we were talking about how black men are seen, straight black men, straight American black men, okay, are seen versus everybody else, right? And how it's different for us than other groups in demographics. Oh man, no, all men suffer and all men this and all women do this and all women do that. And I said to a degree, yeah, that's true. But this is something that another group of women will never ever have to do, bro. You'll never ever have to listen to some shit like this. So we're gonna get to it. Let me find it first. I want to find a point. And shout out to the brother Byron Donald, man. Shout out to Byron Donald and upstanding brothers, man, that are out here just simply trying to get black people to wake up, bro. Now I know he has affiliation with a party, you know, a political party, political association, but the important part is again, the brother's not lying. He's giving you accurate historical context from political involving politics, right? Things he's saying is accurate, but again, because we have been so taught to be so triggered, right? And this is why I say, man, black people need a break from slavery. Black people literally needs a time to where we're not talking about slavery, we're not thinking about slavery. I'm not saying slavery didn't happen. I'm not saying slavery wasn't horrific. I'm not saying slavery wasn't tragic. What I'm saying is black people are not mature enough to get past even the word being said and emotional response. We need to get to the point of where we can talk about slavery and then we can talk about it honestly, truthfully, without just motherfuckers breaking down in tears and or getting angry and all this other shit, right? Okay. Be like the people from Israel. People from Israel don't speak from that shit from a place of fear and triggering and all this other shit. They speak from a place of fucking authority. You can't tell me shit about that, bitch. You shut up. Shut your lips. Shut your N-word lips talking about people from Israel. Shut your white lips talking about people from Israel. Shut your Palestinian lips talking about people from Israel. You shut up. That's authoritative. They took and controlled the fucking story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, which has you know, I gotta be careful with my words here. Changed a lot over the years. Somehow he went from a couple million to what I think they saying now over 10 million people were killed in you know 10 like crazy numbers, bro. Like and it just becomes more and more and more people from Israel every couple years. There's which is no like nothing to support that shit. Nothing. Not no mathematical formula, not no fucking graves, not no whatever. But hey, more bodies, more bodies, more bodies. And you know what? Hey, they got it to the point of where, hey, don't you say nothing. Shut your ass up. That's the one model that black men specifically need to take away from, you know, people from Israel, right? Or Jews. Let me say Jews, right? There should be no way black men specifically, black people in general, or black people overall, black men specifically, a person should be able to say anything about you concerning the suffering of your ancestors, your people, your bloodline in this country. Should not. A person should not be able to motherfucking tell you, oh, well, you know, it wasn't that bad. You could never say that to a person from Israel. Never. You never say that to a Jewish person. You say that shit and immediately. And the sad part about it is black people suffer, black men specifically. Your LeBron James. Remember LeBron was singing, I think it was a 21 Savage lyric, and within less than 24 hours, this nigga had a public apology. Official statement, public apology for quoting rap lyrics about Jewish people, which wasn't even negative. But because ain't can't don't want, nigga, you ain't nobody. The white man's better than you. White supremacy. You're dominated. You're this, you're that. The moment you try and do that, black women are going to be the first one to, you ain't beating the white man, nigga. You will never be the white man, nigga. And it's like, well, damn, bitch, what do you want? What do you want? Like, so do you want me to fucking, you know, be a man and be super duper masculine and like shut the fuck up and, you know what I'm saying, whatever? Or you gonna praise the white man? What are you gonna do? But anyway, let's get to this, man. It's important. Extremely, extremely important.
People were under great persecution, unfortunately, by Southern Democrats and the Democrat Party overall in the history of our country. That's the fact. And so, well, let me finish now, Joy. And so having the black man in the home was about first protecting the mom and protecting the kids. Incredibly important. It was the leadership in the home, which is incredibly valuable.
Now, Byron Donalds, sorry, simply said it was a man's job to protect the home, protect the wife, protect the kids. Okay? Watch this now.
And I think what we're witnessing, obviously, the last 30 years, definitely through my generation, is black fathers being at home is incredibly important for the success of black children going forward.
Which, again, is a fact. We see the state of black households and the outcomes of the black youth that have been raised in these households. This young nigga shit, everybody laughing at it, bro, but it's not funny. It's not funny, bro. They showed a thing in Chicago, like you had like elementary school students walking around strapped up, bro, strapped. Elementary school students, and niggas is videoing it for clicks and views and not snatching the strap off of them, bro. If I see a 10-year-old or you know what I'm saying, any child with a fucking gun, right, bro, I'm going to walk up on them like a small kid. My son's age, my son will be 13 in November, right? Next month. If I saw somebody his age, his hour, and I could clearly see a bulge in your pants or whatever, so on and so forth, I'm going to walk up fucking to you and I'm going to fucking snatch that gun off of you. You got young niggas that see the little niggas, I guess the mini niggas, I don't know, you know, the nigglets. This is what we say, the nigglets. And they putting this shit online, bro, like it's fun, like it's funny. No correction, no fucking intervention, no prevention. And we wonder why the cycle keep continuing. Well, ain't no fucking dads. Ain't no uncles. Ain't no granddads. The women just running shit and they, you know, well, I gotta work 4 jobs and I'm never home and I don't got time and I can't be with my kids 24/7. You know the greatest thing they motherfucking did? The last stupid motherfucker that the school shooter, they locked the daddy up. Locked the motherfucking daddy up, charged his ass too. The main thing that's gonna happen here, I told you, bro, people do not, for the most part, do not just do things out of the kindness of their heart. People do things to avoid fucking punishment, right? People do things to not have to suffer consequences. This is why you have societies. You have to set up societies, because if it's just, hey, everybody do what the fuck they want. Anarchy, chaos, a lot of fucking lives lost, and just, a lot of bad shit. So you have to put a fucking structure on the shit and tell people, hey, you can do this, but you can't do that. And if you do some shit you can't do, we'll punish you. If there's no punishment behind the shit, bro, who gives a fuck? Who cares? That's why California right now is trying to undo the bill they did to motherfucking allow niggas to just run up in stores and steal and be junkies and do all this other shit. They trying to undo the shit they did that some motherfucker ran they fucking shit in the ground for the last 4 or 5 years. Byron Donalds simply fucking said the role of not just black men, but of any man. This is the standard. Listen, Byron Donalds gave black men the standard role that every other man on the planet, not just this country, not just in the nation, Byron Donalds attributed a simple fucking aspect, right, of being a protector of his children and his wife and his home to black men. Let's keep going.
And it's not just a black thing. That's everybody. Fathers in home help to breed success for kids moving forward. That
again, there you go. Fathers in general. We know America is on this men are man versus the bear, right? I'm picking the bear. Lo and behold, God motherfucking let them bears come out of the motherfucking woodwork, nigga. God, women said we'd rather have the fucking bear, and somehow, some way, the most fucking bear deaths I've ever seen in my lifetime happen over like a 6-month period. All of them women. Come here, bitch. You taste good. Asking you shall receive. Be careful. Be careful, ladies. Hey, Maz, give me a like check, man. Give me a like check, Maz. Give me a like check. Give me a like check. Give me a like check. I see now I'm gonna have to motherfucking hit you niggas with the murder man dance. Y'all being disrespectful.
That is a great thing for our country. That's something that has been proven throughout time. So what I'm talking about is not the golden era of Jim Crow. That's ridiculous. I would never say that. And that is the gaslighting that I'm standing up to, because that's what Hakeem Jeffries, the Biden campaign, Jamie Harrison, and the like are trying to trying to bring up. And unfortunately, the media has followed suit with misleading headlines, and that's wrong.
Now I'm going to talk. Do I have a chance? Good. Now, you talked about the black father being...
Now, first off, nigga, this ain't no motherfucking clearance sale, okay? I got 250 motherfucking people in the building, man. What are we doing? Okay? All right? 256 to be exact. I don't even got 130 likes. What the hell's going on here? Okay? If you lie, you steal. You steal, you'll kill. You niggas is stealing my likes. They free. Please hit the button for me.
Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man.
And at least in the chat, man, if you brothers want to come up, we definitely go discuss this. We need to discuss this. We got to talk about this. Hit that link for me, man.
The black father being in the family, being able to protect the family. First, I want to read just for our audience the definition of Jim Crow, just so we all know what we're talking about. Jim Crow laws were a collection of state and local statutes that legalized racial segregation. They existed essentially from the post-Civil War era. They were meant to marginalize African Americans by denying them the right to vote, hold jobs, get an education and other opportunities. Those who attempted to defy Jim Crow laws often faced arrest, fines, jail sentences, violence, and death. Now I want to talk about something that happened during this era. You said that what you were talking about was the presence of the Black father in the home to protect his wife and family. In 1943, in the state that you represent in Florida, a young man named Willie James Howard, who was 15 years old, was lynched. During Christmas of 1943, Willie Howard sent cards to all of his coworkers at the Van Priest dime store in Live Oak, Florida. Unlike the other cards, Willie's card to Cynthia Goff, a white store employee, revealed a youthful crush. His greeting expressed hope that white people would someday like Black people and concluded, "I love your name, I love your voice. For SH, sweetheart, you are my choice." After reading the card, Cynthia's father, Phil Goff, brought two friends to the Howard home and demanded to see Willie. Despite his mother's pleading, the men dragged Willie away and then kidnapped Willie's father, James Howard, from work. The men drove the two Howards, I should say, to the embankment of the Suwannee River, bound Willie's hands and feet, stood him at the edge of the water, and told him to either jump or be shot. Willie jumped into the cold water below and drowned while his father was forced to watch at gunpoint. Willie's dead body was pulled from the river the next day. You said that during the Jim Crow era, the importance of having a Black man in the home was to protect his family and to protect his wife. I actually spoke with somebody who lived through Jim Crow.
Do you know how fucking disrespectful, how demoralizing, how diabolical, how disgusting it is to show something that actually happened, right, to a boy, a Black child, okay, and use it as a way to prove your just, I don't even know what to call it, point of Black men not serving a purpose. You would never in 1,000 fucking years see a Jewish woman come and say, "Hey, you failed. You're weak. You didn't protect us. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't fucking, what value did you bring to the family?" This is the shit that fucking Black men have to put, straight Black men have to put up with. No other man on the fucking planet. I never seen a fucking Native American woman tell the fucking Native American man, "You failed us. You let the white man come here and conquer and take over. What is your fucking purpose? You didn't do nothing as a Black man. I mean, as a Native American man, you didn't do anything. You didn't protect us." Only fucking us, bro. We have a Black woman to fucking come here before the world, make a mockery of the fucking tragedy that Black men had to fucking suffer through, endure, make it, survive, and whatever. She used this shit as a point to say, "Black man, you're weak. You don't serve a purpose in the family because you didn't protect your family." Motherfucker, how about all the people that did survive? How about all the motherfuckers that had the fucking revolts, that got shit cracking? Of course not, though, right? Straight Black man can't have any strength. You got to knock him down a couple pegs if he dares motherfucking get out here and start thinking for himself and saying, "Hey, man, we can take control of this shit." Well, you didn't take control when the white man, well, yeah. But this shit is sickening, dog. Show me. Every other woman does it. All women are the same. Bitch, show me. Show me the fucking Hispanic woman. Show me the fucking the Jewish woman. Show me the Asian woman. Fucking Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Anybody? Rwanda. The Japanese women tell the fucking Japanese men, "You didn't protect us. You didn't this. You didn't that. You failed. You served no purpose as a fucking father." Y'all see how fucking sick this shit is? My bad, bro. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man. My bad. Go ahead.
Appreciate you bringing me up, bro. I literally tuned in like 2 minutes ago and I heard the last part of what, just for clarity. So Is she really calling into question black men's capacity as fathers to protect their children in a genocide situation?
Yeah, not only calling into question, brother. She used an actual event that happened, read it in full detail, and then fixed her fucking lips to ask this man. So were black men pretty much not in essence, right? Not directly, but black men were protecting their families.
Wow. On live TV.
On live fucking television, bro. Show me the fucking race, the nationality, the anything of fucking men, okay?
Jesus Christ.
That's ever had the woman that looks like them do some shit like this. And again, this ain't just a Byron Donald. This is a statement being fucking this is for all black men. Nigga, you don't matter. Nigga, you ain't nobody.
Yeah. This the guilt. This is guilt. She trying to shame and guilt black men into this just blew me, bro. This shit just blew me. She's trying to use shaming, and she's not even Ado. Her family did her family live through Jim Crow?
I don't even know. I don't know no details on Joy Reid.
And she's speaking on this era, and like you said, recounting stories. So you saying next you're gonna tell us Emmett Till's father was a coward?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, look.
That's what I'm telling you, man. This is the level that is baked in the cake, as they say, bro. And again, racism will always exist, but bro, racism isn't even top 10 in our fucking problems at this point in 2024, bro. We got so many other things in the intra-racial, INTRA.
Who needs white supremacy?
Yeah,
with black folks like this walking the fuck around, bro. Really, like what it is, like, to your point, our biggest enemy is laying in our beds, walking through our houses, talking on the news supposed to represent blackness. Who needs white supremacists or KKK or any of this if you got niggas like this?
Yeah.
Disparage a man being kidnapped with his son?
Yeah, man. And then putting it before the world and being like, look at you, nigga. You didn't do nothing with that white man fucking whatever. So let me finish it up, bro.
Her name is Merle Evers Williams. And Merle quoted to me a man named Charles Silverman, who wrote in Crisis in Black and White, that in 1890, the year that the Mississippi Constitution was written, the policy of crushing out the manhood of the Negro citizens was to be carried out with success. So the man in the home during Jim Crow had no rights, could not protect his wife from rape, could not protect his son from lynching. So again, why would you quote that era and say that at that time, the family all being in the home together was something we should think of as a good thing?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Right. You really said that? Listen, y'all. Yo, this has been here, and this is a 3-month-old thing, right? This is 3 months. Nobody, not fucking DL Hughley, not Roland Martin, not anybody fucking took Joy Reid to task and like, bitch, how dare you? How dare you, bitch? This is the level of disrespect that black men have to put up with. No other man on the planet has ever had to fucking, not even close, bro.
I think it transcends disrespect, bro. This is contempt. This is hatred.
Yeah, hatred. It's hatred. I'm telling you, that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, bro. This quote unquote gender war we're going through, bro, is much deeper than just the internet, bro. And y'all telling me this shit. They saying she's from Jamaica. She not even what, you know what I'm saying? So that gave it even another layer, right? Go ahead. Somebody's about to say something.
That's what neither one of them are Ados, but at least I think his last name is Donald. At least he shows some sort of respect to that time in history. But for this lady to sit up here with this white woman's wig on and disrespect men of that era, I've never wanted to see a Negro get fired so bad in my life. And I cannot wait till them liberal crackers cut her ass loose when they don't need her no more.
And
That was so disrespectful, and it just shows how hypocritical people on that side are, that they will let that disrespectful crap come out their mouth. Can you imagine if someone on Fox News said that? They'd be ready to burn the building down, and rightfully so.
Absolutely.
To use that example, which basically was an act of terrorism, and to now make that as a blatant statement that all of a sudden men of that era weren't good fathers, or they basically were useless in the home. Someone needs to smack the taste buds out of her mouth.
No bullshit, bro. A genocide. People are victims of a genocide. So basically, every victim of a genocide, their courage and their
compassion and callous, bro. That's why I said what I said, bro. I've never heard a Jewish woman do that. I've never heard a Native American woman do that. I've never heard a Japanese Asian woman do that. I've never heard fucking whatever the descendants of the Incans and the Mayans. I never heard them fucking do that. I never heard the fucking Mexicans fucking do that when the Alamo. I never heard any group of fucking women tell you that their men were fucking inept in protection, especially like you said, through a point in place of where you were a literal second class fucking citizen, bro.
But hey, fantastic.
Go ahead,
but
bro.
See, fantastic. Let's not make the mistake, because see, you gotta understand this is a woman, and this is a black woman. So this ain't about the men back there. This is about the men today. So what she's really saying is that she's justifying the black woman's decision not to have the black man in the home today. She said you was in the home, your father was in the home, and he couldn't do jack about the family. So you outside the home, you're not gonna make it better by getting inside of the home. So this is going to justify them, the Kamala wave, which is to get a white man. That's all this is about. She got the blonde hair. That was just all about her justification why the black women don't need to be with the black man, because when he was in the home, he could not protect the home. So you see, this is about all black men. It ain't just no period of time. What they're saying is that we ain't men. We like boys. And that's what they called us back then. They called us boys. So it's that white supremacy.
She using this logic to justify, like she's speaking down against nuclear families.
Yeah.
Men leading households by the logic that during Jim Crow, terrorists killed and terrorized black folks, and black men, a super minority, didn't kill every Klansman or untie their sons while they was being
while they were tied themselves.
Right.
So listen, right? So just thing about it. So let's put this into, like you said, shout out to Mercy for bringing it in. Now imagine you telling a mother, right, that unfortunately her child, her daughter was, essayed in front of her. Could anyone ever fucking put their lips together to say you were weak for not fucking stopping your daughter from being essayed? You were weak for letting that man overpower her and take her right in front of you and all this other shit. Like, why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you put your life on the line? Why didn't you die? Never in a million years. No one ever fucking bring it up. And like you said, Mercy, this was y'all niggas didn't do shit. Now that's why I tell y'all, man, this ain't can't don't want shit is real. Y'all didn't do shit back then. You ain't doing shit now. What's the fucking purpose of it?
But it's bullshit that men did. But there were men that did shoot back at the Klan. There were men like men that did. That did take the Klan out. That did fight back.
Again, like I said, there were plenty of fucking revolts. Rosewood. If this happened in Florida, she ain't fucking bring up Rosewood.
Right. We can take somebody from her neck of woods. Marcus Garvey started a chapter of his organization in Louisiana, and they were in open war with the Klan to the point the Klan had to sit down and negotiate a peace deal with them. She didn't bring that up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So again,
in the most, I'm sorry, I mean cut you off, but the most, and I don't like the tether talk. I think it's kind of pointless. But if there was ever example of one, we looking at it right here. The only reason Joy Reid is sitting her black ass on TV right now is because men in that era did fight back and did push back, so she could be in the position that she's in now. You gonna disrespect those same men?
And really put that in perspective, bro. Like we know the catalog, the bloody catalog, and the history of black men in this country, the revolt, everything we done did in spite of this genocidal situation we've been in. We all know that history. But if it's gonna be taken for granted like this publicly, and then our own women, nobody even men didn't call her out on this. Black men, ADOS men didn't call her out on this. Why would we continue to fight on their behalf if 100 years from now they'll just say, well, y'all didn't overthrow the U.S. government?
What, like,
Yeah.
Right, like what's the point?
Wait. Let me see this shit real quick. Let me address this. Stop it with the revolts. Black men fail to trim the fat. My nigga, and I'm saying this with some level of respect at this point in time. So would you say that to the fucking the Europeans that lost, everybody that lost the fucking Julius and Augustus Caesar? You say they failed to trim the fat? You say that to everybody in fucking Asia that motherfucking Genghis Khan steamrolled and fucking took the fuck over? Would you say they failed to fucking trim the fat? You niggas are dumb. And I hate the fact no matter you got your name as Warrior Scholar, clearly you don't know shit about motherfucking generalship or fucking war. Change your fucking name. There's always going to be a winner and a fucking loser. And when you're outnumbered to the point of where black men were fucking outnumbered,
outgunned,
out-resourced, out everything, bro.
And still fought back.
You want black men to be the first fucking group of people in fucking nigga. Even 300 died, nigga.
Exactly. They some cowards.
It's actually the opposite of being a coward.
As much as the 300 motherfuckers that became stories of lore, the Spartans did, nigga, they still ended up motherfucking what? Losing. Fail. Shut your stupid ass up, man. Y'all niggas are worse than these hoes. These ain't shit ass motherfuckers. Black men fail. Shut your bitch ass up. If black men fail, motherfucker, you'll be wiped out. You wouldn't be here.
Thank you, fantastic. That's the whole goddamn point. If black men was so weak and it failed so bad, we wouldn't be sitting here right now talking. We got wiped out a long time ago.
I hate you niggas, man. I hate, bro. Please hit the link, dog. Please hit the like. Please hit the link. Please hit the link, bro. The link is there, brother. I would love to have a discussion with you because you just chirping and saying stupid shit from the fucking chat. You don't know shit about shit.
And even if we did trim the fat, that wouldn't change the fact we were outgunned.
Yeah, dumbass nigga, dummy. Yeah, bro. Like niggas expected to be the motherfucking the universal soldier or motherfucking like you know what I mean. Niggas are to be the first fucking group of men that are fucking outnumbered in somebody else's motherfucking home turf or whatever that's got everything, bro, and make enough of a fucking a dent, trim the fat. It's motherfucking pen, dumbass nigga, dummy.
And the irony of this is, I understand our history. We black men are the only men in this country that ever stood up and fought, even as a minority, even in slavery, even outgunned. It was illegal for us to have guns. We have been consistently for hundreds of years the only people. Ain't no Mexicans, ain't no Africans, ain't even no white folks really. What, January 6th might have been the closest thing to a revolt they ever had. And you talking to the only revolutionaries in the history of the United States and calling them cowards? We done fought every war this country's ever had. We the only ethnic group that's done that. Every single war.
Only one.
Listen, bro. And that's why.
And don't get no respect. And somebody said it earlier. What's the point? If people ask, like, well, why don't black men do more? For what?
Yeah.
Put my life on the line, put my life on the line to get disrespected in the end?
Bro, it is never enough, especially like you said, Doug Will, in a time where it's not necessary. Listen, you have rights. You have motherfucking the same fucking capabilities and the same fucking authority as all other fucking citizens have at this point. You feel me? You can protect yourself. You can own the fucking gun. You can protect your life. You can protect your property. You protect your children. You can do all these things, right? And once we see black men being on equal footing, Why ain't white people still y'all niggas claim racism and white supremacy all the time? Why they ain't lynching niggas every day? Why they ain't motherfucking snatching niggas out their house every day? If it was just fucking the same, it ain't nothing changed since Jim Crow. Ain't much changed. Well, nigga, damn, I hadn't heard of
Yeah. You don't know your history then.
I swear to God, Nick, every black man in this country, every ADOS man in this country, can strap up, get an AR, get 1,000 rounds, take over the government, and niggas will complain why we didn't take over Europe. Like what?
And you know, these black women expect us to be like Rambo. And you know, my dad fought in the Vietnam War, but he hated that movie. You know why he hated that movie? He said, son, I ain't see no white men over there acting like no Rambo. He said, that's why I hate that movie. Because I was actually over there. And I know who was really fighting. And I saw a lot. He told me, he said, I saw a lot of bloodshed. He said a lot of soldiers died. He said, so that Rambo movie offends me because I know that's not what happened. And they ain't show no, you know, so this is what I'm saying. And, you know, I love that movie. I ain't gonna lie, I love that movie but I ain't understand it because I wasn't in the war. I didn't understand it. But he was like, them white boys over there wasn't going over there killing all those Viet Cong. That's not what was going on. It was a bunch of black dudes going over there fighting, and a lot of us died. And that's what he said. That's what he said.
This needs to be replayed because if anything, it was ever gonna galvanize black men together to feel some common ground or feel some common unity to do something. If Democrats ever ask for our votes, this should be played on loudspeakers every.
Just look at the title. Why idolize a black family under Jim Crow? Why? My parents were born in Jim Crow. My grandfather was a sharecropper on my daddy's side. The fact that they made it out there and survived and lived when you had a better chance of getting lynched as a black man than actually doing something with your life, and they made it through that, family doing well, some of them just straight out striving. Why idolize that? Why respect that?
But see, we got to demand our respect because, like you said, no other community. If she got on that thing and said this about the small hat community about the Holocaust, she would lose her job immediately.
You can pay her. Let me get the two other brothers here. Bad Hombre, what's up?
Go ahead.
Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. What I wanted to say was that other guy just said what I was going to say about the small hats. Why don't Jewish women call them out for not stepping up during that time period? But it's only black men. Second thing I wanted to say, I'm really worried about this election because if some way, somehow, Kamala can win, and God, I hope this never happens. The level of contempt that black men are going to experience from black women on these jobs and out here in general, you think it's bad now? Wait till she wins because they're going to live through her. They're going to live, ironically, through her and feel that they have even more power over black men. So I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. Byron Donalds, he's not FBA. I think he's from Jamaica, but he does speak up for black men. Him and Wesley Hunt. Wesley Hunt is FBA. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say for right now. So I'll just sit back and listen.
All right, for sure. Let me get the next brother in. Deshaun, appreciate your brother for coming up. What you got for us? Deshaun, you muted.
What's up, Mr. Fantastic?
I can't complain, brother. What's going on with you?
Hey, not much. Hey, I was catching when the guy said black men failed. This one reason why some black men don't want to step up because we already got somebody like that won't have our back. That's one soldier just go down because we got a person like this. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, you loud and clear. Go ahead.
We got a person like this is going to bail out.
What do you mean? Who?
The guy you was talking about black men.
The Warrior Scholar guy.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
trying to do
the chat. I'm there. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah, bro. Again, and by the way, nigga, like you timed out. The only way you're gonna talk now is if you come up here. All right, you ain't finna talk no more in the chat. You gonna talk up here. That's why you got timed out. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man, I be standing what you saying. I'm Deshaun 86. I be listening to what you be saying, bro. I be agreeing with you.
Appreciate you, fam. For sure. Let me get General Dave in here. General Dave, it's on you, brother. Go ahead.
What up, Tazik, man? Just making a comment that I noticed that every generation of African Americans, especially the males, it's not a self-inflicted ritual like something we do, but it's kind of like a rite of passage that this world tries to do. And they try to test you to see if you know your history. Like I remember in the mid 90s, it's like every 10 years they try to see like, does this generation know what really happened? And they kind of get mad when that body of knowledge is regurgitated almost like your parents, but in a different way. And then new shit is added on. But, that's the main thing that I wanted to say, because I remember when these type of things was happening, the cycle was almost like every 10 years. And I'm just wanted to say that, I think this time around, every time, it's been a good thing to see that, you got the majority of men, especially Black men, that know their history. But this time around, it's like super Saiyan, because they bringing up at it. It's like in the last 10 years, brothers been researching everything and under a rock. So now when that comes up now, the pushback of the revision of history, the false retorts, it just looks that much more silly.
Yeah, man, and shout bro, and that's why they have to do it. Again, it's programming, it's indoctrination, it's propaganda. You can't just sit it there and be it be perpetual, right? The shit work forever. Especially when you start getting more and more brothers waking up, bro. You have actual fucking you don't just have to depend on the quote unquote official scholars anymore, bro. Anybody can be a scholar. The information is there. You just have to find it. And the problem is, like you said, the reason why they have to do it, and you're going to see it happen more frequently, right? You're going to see it happen even more frequently than like the 10 years. I agree with your assessment. Who you think you is, nigga? You ain't nobody, nigga. Oh, you listening to the white man? That's the white man history, nigga. You gonna believe the white man? Well, damn. Well, no, I'm not believing the white man. Actually, this came from a Black person. This came from an Asian person, or this white person had their work. That the person they interviewed was a Black person. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's a white author, but the person that they got the information for was a Black person.
It's part of it. It's the historical record. And let me say this, just because to your point, and that's why your show and even show just Black men with Black male media is so important, because this is dangerous. Because most Black men or most Black people are going, this is MSNBC. This is broadcast all around the country, around the world. And we hear like dude in the chat that popped up. Black men been hearing this from our women in our households, in college, on TV like this for generations. And that's what makes it so dangerous is if you're not aware of your history, you don't recognize that Black men, your ethnic group is the only slave class on the planet in the human history that has ever fought and gained parity to the dominant society legally, socially. Yeah. These two Negroes sitting on the goddamn screen are on a white-owned platform wearing suits and silk blouses and shit. And the irony is the only reason they're doing that is because of Black men.
Yep.
And they're disparaging Black men on public TV, and a Black boy that don't know his history is going to be like Warrior Scholar and say, well, we didn't revolt. Yeah, you're right. We fumbled the ball. We
was weak. We didn't do enough. We didn't kill enough of them racist KKK motherfuckers.
And this is why Black women act the way they do, because we failed. This is the narrative and propaganda.
The most disingenuous thing that this representative said was when he was talking about that civil rights, why he repealed the civil rights bill. And he was saying that it doesn't allow them to redistrict. And it's a total lie. That's what really pissed me off, because I'm in the area that's I'm in Chicago land. So I know what gerrymandering is. You can redraw your district as many times you want, but that voting rights bill, what he's trying to get rid of is the gerrymandering rules, where you try to make funny shaped districts just to put black people in a large exorbitant amount of black people in one district. And so for him to say that the Democrats or Republicans they can't rewrite their district is a total lie. Both parties try to rewrite their district in both bogus ways to benefit their party. But it's only the Voting Rights Act that forces everybody to go into to having just checked by, I forget who it is, but they have to get it checked to make sure that, forget about just black people, but any race is not disenfranchised by gerrymandering. So just hearing this man talk and dumb down the issues, I just feel really proud in this generation. We get a lot of heat, but this, it's a rite of passage in America. But this generation is kicking the ball out, knocking it out the park, to where they just it just looks silly them saying it now. The things that they say now.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man, and that's the importance of shout out to Compassionate and Callous, man. Like, that's the importance of us controlling the information, and that's of us speaking for us, and no longer fucking depending on these fucking celebrities, athletes, entertainers, all this. No, bro, no, you don't fucking speak for us, bro. No, we not coming with the bullshit. We not just believing it because nigga, I like your music, I like you motherfucking in the NFL, I like you in the NBA. I like whatever. I like your movies. I like the TV shows. So I like the comedy shows. All that's cool and fine. But bro, I need something other than just a famous face in order to motherfucking get some shit that's going to have repercussions for me for a lifetime. Right? You know what I'm saying? Possibly a lifetime and generations, because of the way, again, bro, the way the country has been offset for these last 4 years, bro. If you look at it from a monetary standpoint, from a foreign policy standpoint, from a immigration standpoint, bro, this shit is going to take years, decades, possibly generations to fucking rectify and fix, depending on the result of the next election, right? Having an understanding of that shit, bro, and then like you said, get into the much deeper shit that's just not clear as day. The quote unquote shit they call conspiracies, and explaining to people, like, say, the true purpose of bringing in immigrants and allowing, immigrants to flood the country. Mm-hmm. The women are, again, a lot of this stuff, bro, is listen, Roe v. Wade was allowing way too many kids to be, deleted. It's a problem. You can't have all of this exponential growth from a financial standpoint, from a technology standpoint, and nobody to work these jobs. There's not enough people to fucking fill the job. So, well, shit, y'all want to fucking fuck and get pregnant, but then you want to kill the baby? Oh, hell no. You gotta make this shit at least a little bit more difficult. You feel me? Y'all fucking up shit for years. 100 years later, and you just don't know it. But again, women, when you put women in control, bro, you give women the motherfucking reins. They're gonna do what the fuck they want to do and fuck everybody else.
But see, the thing is, we had Dr. King, who had a black family. We had Malcolm X, who had a black family. We had Barack Obama, who had a black family. But then we get the first so-called black woman, and she wants to tote around a white man. That ought to tell you something about our sisters, bro. That ought to tell you, when they get in the limelight, you think they're gonna let us shine? You think it's about us? You think they're gonna? She could have shined one of us. That's not what she chose. She chose to shine with a white dude, bro. That ought to send you a clear message how they gonna glorify the white man, and then they say they're against white supremacy. They say they're against white supremacy, but they love being in the bed with the white man. What is that about?
Mercy,
I don't understand it, bro.
The harsh reality is black women. The large, overwhelming majority of black women are white supremacists. They practice white supremacy. Anybody can be a white supremacist. It's an ideology. You don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. What you just said, Kamala, and we got come on now. Loving versus Virginia, black women fought for the right to marry white men. People forget that. We should have saw something there. They repealed the miscegenation laws just so they could marry white people. It wasn't black men that fought for that. That should have told us black women and some black men, if we be honest, like Warrior Scholar, is a white supremacist. That's the reality. Once you look at it from that lens, then everything, this blind wig makes sense. Everything, the anti-black misandry, the contempt of black males, everything makes sense once you just look at their voting patterns, why they will still rock with Kamala, even though she's barely black or questionably black and got a white boy with 2 white kids and don't even have none of her own. That all makes sense once you reconcile that. Oh, okay, mom and them practice white supremacy. Black
but I don't.
Hold on, just real quick. Deshaun, brother, you got a lot of feedback. I don't know if you got like wind or something, but that's why I'm muting you up. So do me a favor, either get to a place to where, you know what I'm saying, it's not so windy, because whenever you come off mute and you're not talking, it's drowning out the other things. So, brother, just let me know when you want to talk, and I'll make sure you're able to talk. That way, everybody, but see if you can clear up your background for me, brother. I greatly appreciate you. Go ahead, whoever was next. Go ahead.
If somebody else wants to speak, I had an idea. I don't really blame, as far as this political thing. I don't really blame black women about anything, because the way I see it, like I was telling my family this 15 years ago. I was saying that when I saw what was going on with the Iraq War, and the first time they did that filibuster and put the America's credit rating at risk, I said the closer that it might not be the right way to say it, but white people, the closer they get to not being an absolute majority, the closer that all of this democracy stuff ends. Because I said that the worst day in the majority is better than the best day as in the minority. And I said that you'll be a fool to think that white people are going to go with democracy as a minority. Like, that totally nullifies 400 years of trying to be a population majority and all the things that were done. Like, that totally nullifies everything. So for me, I'm just happy to see that African-American males are starting to wake up and say, hey, you know, at least they're looking at both of these, the whole spectrum, and saying that something's awry with the whole situation. But if I hate to say this, the one thing, and I was telling my mom this, is I'll brainstorm it. It doesn't sound nice being a black man for me, but under that notion is, as the majority dips, the one voting block that has enough people to keep it intact is women on as a whole.
That's what I was getting ready to say, bro.
As a whole,
we got to hold our women accountable. If black men been functioning up until recently, up until this decade, as though black men and women are the same voting block.
Right.
And we all voting together. We all vote. We got basically the same interests. But I think if we really look closely, black women clearly have their own interests, and we can't ignore that. As hard as that is to accept, mom and them really don't have black male interests in mind when they go in them booths.
No, they have women's interests.
Well, and they'll turn around and say black men need to follow them and vote for their interests. So we gotta reconcile that.
Well, not even that, man. Let me get these super chats. My bad, man. I didn't even. My bad for you guys for delaying the super chats. I didn't see them. I got a little passionate, got a little overzealous. Shout out to my man Brandon Green, man. Hey, one day want to build and great appreciation. Appreciate you the 5. He says, morning, bro. Morning to you, sir. Morning.
Good job, Brandon.
Shout out to my man Doug Will. You know what I'm saying? 478. Y'all know where it's always great, baby. Shout out to Bro Will for the 5. Appreciate you, brother. Joy Reid makes me sick. She just told black men you can't protect Ish while wearing a white woman's wig. Can't wait till MSNBC cut her ass loose.
You're not gonna cut her loose.
They gonna have, they will, just the same way they did Don Lemon.
Yeah,
Listen,
they will.
if Trump gets back in or whatever, bro, and this shit don't go away, they gonna have to move it around. They gonna have to move it around. And shout out to my man Adonis 1909. Greatly appreciate brother for the fire. If we're going to be on the same page, we can't have black men calling or still acknowledging Kamala as black. She is not black. I agree, brother. She's not black. That's another part too. Shout out to Candace Owens, man. Candace Owens is, as much as people hate, you know, and this is what I'm gonna say too, right? Listen, everybody has a right to have their own political ideology, leanings, you know, affiliation, association, all those different things. We gotta fucking get out of this shit, bro. As to the point of you got to mute your what's name. About time. Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Warrior Scholar. Let's see. Hold on. Everybody wait. Yeah, I know. Hold on. I ain't brought him up yet. So this motherfucker don't run. Hey, give me a peacetime, Warrior Scholar. You know you're a real person. You don't do no weird shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, you now you shut it off. Okay. Yeah, you probably on some weird shit.
Yeah,
I just wanted to I wanted to interject real quick. Because I was listening, I was 7 minutes behind, but you guys are talking about how other races of women, you know, then when their men were under siege or when they dealt with oppression, they were never blaming the men. In fact, I mean, you look at history, right? And this whole thing, this concept of like, I hate when when black women gaslight.
You good? Warrior Scholar, you can put it down.
When they gaslight brothers and they're saying like, oh, you know, the sexual oppression and sexual abuse that happened. Like prime example, during World War II, the Japanese took Korean women as sex slaves. People don't know about that a lot, right? You never hear no Korean women say, well, oh, back in 1942, when the Japanese took us as sex slaves, why didn't you do anything? You were weak, right? Look at the Middle East. The reason that the Middle East have had issues is because during World War II, the British promised them, hey, they promised certain particular, not the Turks, but they promised certain Persian countries like, hey, if you help us solidify the Middle East in defeating the Turks, we'll give you guys independence and freedom. What happened? The British reneged on their promise and double-crossed them. You never hear no Persian or woman from the Middle East talk about, they were duped, because they pretty much got duped into believing that the British were going to come and hold their end of the bargain, but they never did, right? You never hear no woman from the Middle East talk about, oh, you're weak, you were played by the British, you're a weak man, you couldn't protect nobody, right? Prime example, even now, you'll never hear a woman that's from the Middle East, you got Israel bombing Lebanon, Syria, Iran, all over Beirut. You'll never hear no woman talking about, oh, our men are weak because they can't protect us. No, they'll curse the name of the other country.
Thank you.
Right? They'll never come out and say nothing like, oh, you can't protect us. No, they understand who their main enemy is. And it's not to say I'm saying like, oh, you know, white people put enemies. No, but it's like the whole, as soon as something goes wrong, black women have this penchant to just be divisive. Even prime example, the whole thing about the 4B movement. Most women in Korea, take it from me, my tutor's Korean, they don't believe in the whole 4B movement where they're just staunch feminists. Most Korean women don't even identify with that. If you ask the average Korean woman that lives in like Seoul or Busan about what the 4B movement is, they're going to look at you funny. Like they don't know anything about it. They even came on TikTok and was saying that a lot of the women from the West are exaggerating how bad it is or about how big the 4B movement is. If you look into the chat about any 4B topics that come up, it's a bunch of black women saying, yeah, that's right, I'm with these Asian women. It's like, this is why I tell brothers, as soon as there's a movement that's perceived to be anti-men, They're the first ones to jump on it. Like I'm telling you, go and look at these 4B movement videos, and it's nothing but black women in the chat. Like what?
Bro,
What do you have in common with a Korean woman? You guys don't even. It's like a 12, 13-hour time difference.
bro,
What?
the
Go ahead.
difference you pointing out is black women don't want to be black. A Korean woman wants to be Korean. A Afghani woman wants to be Afghan. She sees herself as Afghani. Black women don't want to be black. It's not even necessarily about anti-male. They don't want to be black women.
I honestly do not care, man. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of women being centered in black men.
And I hear you, bro. But you know why you got to care? Because they outnumber us as a voting bloc. In every group, the women outnumber men. And if you got women like ours that don't even want to be part of your group,
your politics have been deleted over the last 20 years. Democracy is literal gangbanging, and you deleted the population to run those numbers. We don't have the time to wait for them to figure that out.
That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying they affect our us potentially manipulating or gaining franchise within politics. Because
see this whole thing. But this is the thing about this though. See, in about 10 years, they're gonna replace our entire vote, bro. Because they already let 20 million foreign illegal aliens over. They're gonna give them voting. And once they get them the right to vote, our vote not gonna mean nothing.
If you look at it now, black men actually getting more credence when we said, we're not doing none of that, and letting them come to us when it's tiebreaker,
right?
For a tiebreaker or anything like that. When we was all in, Karen, oh man, we was getting played. But now that the mantra is we don't believe neither one of y'all, man. And when they come with that, oh man, we need you so much. Now the black man is saying, well, if you need me so much, what you got for me? It's earth shattering. So I don't think that we need to even trip on it.
And voting is really not our answer out, bro. That was the old way. The old way was voting, but now we can't depend on no voting, bro. Not the black man. You can't depend on no voting.
To me, the fact that some parts of Florida, and my prayers go out to all Americans at this point, but definitely the ones in Florida. The fact that some place in Florida is like still almost looking like a third world country right now, looking like some parts of the Philippines. And the fact that they don't have no resources that basically FEMA's talking about, they don't even have any money. To me, that's an indictment on that Biden's administration. Because lo and behold, imagine if under Trump's administration, they were talking about they don't have any resources or funding to fund FEMA, right? Like people would lose their mind. Talking about, oh, Trump is just a warmonger. That's all he would be called. Oh, Trump is enabling Israel and he's enabling Ukraine. He's just a warmongering authoritarian. Like, to me, this is really an indictment against the Democratic Party and anybody that votes for anybody that would think of fathom to vote for Biden for Kamala. You're very, to me, you're treason. You're committing treason against your very own people that are American. Screw being black or white. We as Americans, for the fact that Florida, looking at the way that it is, we still sending money over to all these other random places that don't have nothing to do with us. The fact that most people can't even afford a house. You mean tell me, oh, you're gonna vote for Kamala because she's a sister girl and she twerking and jiving like an AKA? Screw that. I ain't with it.
Yeah, cool. But let me get Warrior Scholar in here. Warrior Scholar, what's up, bro?
Can I be heard?
Of course.
Yeah, we hear you.
To the host, brother, I don't know your preferred name, Mr. Fantastic. I believe it says on the screen. Yeah, cool. I just want to ask you, am I wrong that you misunderstood what I said about trimming the fat?
If I did, brother, I apologize. Explain it to me. I didn't see what your explanation was. So please explain it to us now.
All right.
Yeah,
picked
you
it up.
started off saying no.
That,
Oh, no. Hey, don't let him have the floor. Don't cut him off. Let him go. Go ahead. The floor is yours, brother. Go ahead.
I'm in Houston. We have a coach that I partnered with in our youth program, and trim the fat was a slogan that he liked to parrot when it comes to your starters and your bench players. Now, I've incorporated it into my slang when I talk about dealing with house slaves and sambos. I did follow up with what I said about what Winnie Mandela did. I'm sure some of us in the audience are aware of the tire treatment over there that she implemented. What I say is on January 2nd, 1863, our men were supposed to purge out those of us who would be sabotaging because it
You Borgin. Hey, your connection went out. So if you're speaking right now, we can't hear you. You were good up until like the last 5-10 seconds. Warrior Scholar, you there? You back? Can you hear us?
Yeah, he stopped it January 2nd.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just address it until he comes back. If he probably got like a Wi-Fi thing or something, or so this is what I say, right?
Can I be heard?
Yeah, we hear you now, brother. So like the last thing we heard you say was January 2nd. Go from start from there.
January 2nd, 1863, our brothers probably at that time legally could have did a major purge on the house slaves, the Sambos, and all the others who were likely to sabotage any and all the revolts. Especially when it comes to one of the issues we're dealing with right now, is how our women, and I'll use that loosely, that pronoun are, but it was painfully obvious that going back to the plantations, our women, they chose a side all the way back then. They don't get credit for that. They don't get a lot of credit for that. The 180 documented slave revolts, the women don't get credit for sabotaging those. That's mainly where the sabotage and the treason came from. January 2nd, 1863, our men were supposed to trim the fat.
So, all right, cool. Great. All right, cool. So I'm glad. Thank you for your explanation. And being that you explained it, brother, I apologize for misunderstanding. I did not have the what's name. I thought you were coming at the men more so in general. But now that you explained it, I want to, officially give you an apology for my replies. Now,
yeah,
at
me
the same
too.
time,
I said some bogus shit in the
no,
chat.
it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And this is why this is important. You're like, hey, we come up, we talk, and we have the discourse. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why that's better, because words, don't really have context a lot of times. So the problem with that, brother, like you said yourself, and you said some very, very truthful things, but now look at this. Now put yourself in these shoes. So at that time, during that time, you're in the middle of, like you said, genocide, enslavement, some of the most gruesome murder, beatings, all these things, right? All this psychological warfare, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. So you guys expected black men in the midst of like the probably most chaotic thing, you know what I'm saying, in this, like, modern history, you know what I'm saying, to have the wherewithal to not only say, hey, we need to purge these people, but first you got to identify them. And hopefully you go through a vetting process to identify for sure, to make sure that these are indeed the conspirators or the people that are going to be the underminers of your thing, right? And like you said, the majority of these would have been women. So now black men were supposed to go out here and slaughter thousands of women and men, to a degree, but mainly, like you said, the one I'm glad you said this. The majority of these people that hey, while they laying up on the massa, they telling massa about the motherfucking escape plans. They telling massa about the fucking revolt plans. So now black men are somehow, some way supposed to be great detectives in the midst of all this other chaotic shit they got going on. and then hand out the most important part, the hardest part, slaughtering the people that they need in their mind for at least for a numbers standpoint of just survival.
While in the middle of the Civil War.
Exactly. Okay, let me. Can I'll answer. I'll address that.
Just real quick. Let me. I'm capping it out right now, bro.
Okay.
So like I'm saying, when you encompass all of those things, do you see how incredibly difficult and just unreasonable it is to have black men to be able to even think like that, not to mention actually think about it and carry out something as as just crazy that would be to do.
Hey, quick. While being in the middle of the Civil War.
Yeah, 1863, we were fighting the Civil War.
Well, I'll say
we didn't have distributed comms, that we didn't have like a flyer going around saying, hey, everybody, we go on the 2nd, we killing all the coons. Like, that's not how it worked. We were enslaved in 1960 or 1863. Still, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed that year.
It's on you, Warrior Scholar. Go ahead, bro.
Based on what I know about animals and all other living species, is very primitive actually to get rid of your inside problem. In fact, all of our slogans, all of the tactics, and for some of those, some folks in the chat, and a brother up on the panel, I didn't see who it was, actually made a reference to my knowledge or lack thereof of knowledge. If you want to look me up, I'm in Houston. I'm the one who ran the chess program out of CUNY Homes. The young brothers and sisters in the CUNY, and one of the recruitment processes, I made them all watch the Hidden Colors documentaries. You can look me up. I took the children from CUNY Homes and we placed in first in chess tournaments.
And shout out to you, brother, for that.
Their thinking caps on.
So no, brother. So again, like I said, any disparity.
I think it's primitive, but getting back to your point, I think it's actually, not only do I think it's actually primitive, that it doesn't require any warrants, APBs, or scientific formulas. I actually believe, based on what I've studied off of humanity, going back to Homo sapiens, all that, and we can look at animals right now, ants, bumblebees, the very first step. And in fact, we fast forward 200 years later, if we trace back the root causes of the problems we have now, all of our efforts have been negated by the fact that we didn't trim the fat.
Well,
I'll land there.
So, and shout out to you, brother, for doing the work that you're doing in the community.
Yeah,
especially chess, teaching young kids chess, brother. That's great. And teaching them, intellectual competition, brother. That's even greater. So shout out to you for that. Again, let me say, I apologize. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just saying it was wild shit in the chat. So let me take back all the bad shit I said about you, brother. My bad. Okay. But all right, with that being said, again, still, you're speaking from and you're right. It will be extremely savage and barbaric, right? But now, like you said, you create another. Now we have to get outside of just the simple physical aspect of it and the primal aspect of it, and now you have to bring in the psychological. So now, if black men and black women are already being subjugated to some of the worst conditions and atrocities and things and whatnot, what have you, and then, like you said, word does get out. It doesn't travel as fast as it does now, but eventually word travels. Now you create another issue and problem of distrust within black women and black men, or just black people in general, because you got all these fucking slaughterings going on, bro. So that's why I'm trying to get you guys to understand that, like, bro, it's not that simple. It sounds good,
we want trust. Do we want trust, or do we want fear or treat? And I'm just comparing it to how the Italians operate, the Russians operated, the Native Americans operated. One of the first things that even come to mind, we see, and they show it to us in these films, these trails of folks with their heads on a stake. I'd rather have that than people running around whispering and dropping dimes on when the next revolt gonna be.
Yeah, but Warrior Scholar, the thing was the most of those heads on the pike, brother, were clear enemies. They weren't you know what I'm saying? They weren't spies. They weren't people within their own people. Those were messages sent to other groups of people about your dominance and your ability to conquer, you know, tribes and you know, races of people, countries of people, nationalities, nations. That's what that was for. You didn't have the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of heads.
Man,
you know
we just went through an African American Civil War. That's what the 90s were.
Yeah.
Somebody made a good point in the chat. Before you are able in a position to do that, you first have to be in the dominant position and have a clear hierarchy in place, even to purge out your dissidents and your enemies and all that. In 1863, we were not in that position to trim the fat. So you say we were still trying to fight for survival ourselves.
We weren't going to do it until we trimmed the fat. We were not going to survive until we trimmed the fat.
I think that's the discussion. That's what we disagreeing, bro. Military, that's about military science. At this point.
There's too much, but there's too much historical evidence that proves y'all wrong. You say you have to be in such a hierarchical position. Tell that to the Sicilians.
But you see, you
tell that to the Sicilians.
You got to be aware that you're citing references of people that's not really comparable. They weren't slave class for 150 years.
I said we can use animals and insects as well. We can use ants, bumblebees.
Bro, you jumping between the natural world and military science. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Can I make a point?
Okay, I'll concede. I'll concede. I'll concede. Y'all are right. I appreciate y'all time. I'm gonna mute the mic and I'm just gonna finish taking notes.
You ain't got to take your call and go home, bro. We just.
No. Again, let me make this clear, and then we're gonna get to you, Marcus, brother. I appreciate your patience, brother. All we're saying is, like we're saying, we're literally taking what you're saying. You said some great things, but what we're talking about, we just want to get the context, because there are a lot of men that think like you, brother. And again, I'm not you know, saying that you're quote unquote wrong, but what we're trying to do is get the context around it, put everything together, and then reassess at the end. Like you said, you going, everything you're saying is accurate. Hey, in the animal kingdom and in the insect kingdom, hey, anybody that's found to be going against or not, you know what I'm saying, doing anything with inside of the hive or inside the mound or whatever, or inside the pride, the group, those people they're forced out immediately. The difference is, though, again, that is they don't have you know what I'm saying, a societal setup that human beings do.
I hear you want to be reluctant to do the rationalization. I can hear that, because that's all the other brothers have done is a fallacy of rationalization. That is all they have done.
No, we're not. You basically saying it didn't occur to black men in the United States to take out the dissidents and traitors. That's not true. We were killing traitors during revolts the entire time.
Yeah,
but the whole purpose of slavery is to remove your agency, bro, especially the agency of black males. It's anti-blackness. It was specifically designed so we did not have that type of agency over our families, over our community, or so-called community. We were slaves on plantations distributed across the whole nation with no communication mechanism. Let's be serious.
Hey, bro.
We're not.
Hey, just real quick, let me get Marcus in here, and then we'll move it back around. We'll come back around. I gotta get Marcus in. He's been patiently waiting. Appreciate you, brother. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Now I have an entirely different point to make, but before I go on to that, I want to address what the brother was saying, and with respect to, you have to have certain social climatic environments in order to execute a strategy of empowerment. Now, as a chess player, he's talking strategy, but then if you take the emotionalism out of it, you take the social economic situations of the time out of it, he's just purely speaking blunt force military chess war strategy. Now, if you look at the Haitian Revolution, which hasn't been brought up yet, what was the first thing those people did on that island, and how were they able to defeat hundreds of thousands of warriors on the side of Napoleon on that tiny little island? The first thing that they did was they slaughtered all of the traitors, all of the coons among themselves, and then they went after the European. The first thing they did, they couldn't function. I understand this from my own life. I was living with a woman for 27 years, didn't understand I was sleeping with the enemy. I didn't even understand my own woman was really a brown-skinned white supremacist. We're no longer together, but I didn't understand that she was like working to make sure as a man, she was 3 steps ahead of me in every situation. And I didn't even understand that. We built businesses together, this, that, and the third. Eventually, once I figured it out, I left her. But that's the problem. I'm a microcosm of a larger macrocosm that our people in general are suffering from. We don't even know who we are, less more than know who the enemy is. We're looking at white faces as the enemy, and we don't even understand that it's the people among us. Like Joy Reid is married to a white man. Joy Reid is a white supremacist in blackface. Barack Obama was the same thing. Everybody, they select our leaders and parade them before us, and then they tell us to vote among them, the Jesse Jacksons and the this, that, and the third, and the Al Sharptons, and all they're doing is pimping us. And so we don't even understand who we are. We don't even understand that the vast majority of us did not. We got museums with every goddamn artifact from Africa, from Timbuktu to Asia. But where are all of the European boats that brought millions of black people over here in shackles? I'll wait. There aren't any. We were already indigenous to this land.
I'm a carpenter. I'm pretty sure that if you check the studs inside of the oldest plantations, check the saltwater content, that's probably where you're gonna find your ships. Because if I was a carpenter, that's what I would do.
But that's see, my argument isn't that they didn't bring any slaves over here. My argument is that most of us were indigenous here to begin with, and they have a way of switching the narrative to keep us confused. My whole conversation, don't get caught up in the details. I'm hinging my entire argument on one fact and one fact only, that they keep us off balance through disinformation. They keep us imbalanced. They keep us confused. They keep us not knowing who we are. And the vast majority, they brought a lot of people over here and had them as slaves. They brought a lot of the Moors. The Moors helped them conquer this continent. So, and they were black. So it's not even about, only purely based on color. That's an aspect to it. But good and evil is an aspect to it too. It's like we're playing multi-level chess. So, and then I got kind of caught up in the weeds of addressing some of the things that were talked about prior to me speaking. But this is where I want to go to. We can't do anything about what happened, but we damn sure could do something about what's happening now. We damn sure can do something about building our future as a brotherhood. And I would just suggest this. We got to get our money up. The reason why our women don't respect us is because, like I said, a lot of it has to do with the fact that we listen to the news too. A lot of black men are white supremacists too. I got friends. I'm a trucker, and I also have a side business online. And I'm around these brothers, and the way they talk, I'm like, you niggas is coons. And I have the courage to tell them to their face. Some of them won't speak to me anymore because I'm like, bro, certain things you're saying is off code. It's out of line. It's like we're walking around self-hating ourselves. How can you win against an enemy when you're your own worst enemy? Well, so I would just say, let me just tie up my last point, because this is my main point. If we want to win individually and then come together collectively as men, we're going to need to get our money up. And the reason why I say that, and there's a lot of arguments. Oh, money is evil. We got our religious perspective. Money this, money that. Oh, the dollar's going to fail. Shit. Yeah, the sky is falling. But right now, today, the money has power. And if we get our money up individually as men, and then we come together and build together collectively, like our ancestors did when they were trying to do the Black Wall Streets, which wasn't just in Oklahoma, but was all across the country. The reason you cannot have something of value if you're not willing to die to defend it. That was the only problem in that situation, was they did something incredible, and then they let the white man come bomb them and steal and take everything back from them. And then we have a psychological, subconscious, collective unconscious scar where we're not willing to redo or rebuild or trace back our steps and figure out what went wrong. What went wrong is we didn't have a military force to defend those small towns. If the case the white man wanted, we already know what the white man did for 400, 500 years. So why would you build something up with such great power and such great value and not put something in place to defend it? So that's my first thing. My second thing is, individually, we need to not come together, but individually, we need to get our weight up economically. The reason why your children don't respect you, your sons don't respect you, you don't have nothing to offer. You don't have nothing to give them. I don't mean that literally. I mean that when you look at it in like a essential scale, like, okay, if I can set my son up so that he can be prosperous by setting him up with a business when I retire and he can take over the reins, I'm offering him and my woman something of great value. If we don't find and mind the value within our own psyche, it won't be shown up externally in the world. You look at certain people and they're out there doing amazing things, and that's the reason why they're icons and they have such great respect by the community and by other people, and women are throwing themselves with them, this, that, and the third. So the first thing we need to do is get our value up, and then our women will and our children will respect us, and then we can build from there.
Hold on. I got it. Wait. So brother, again, shout out to you, man. Again, glad you coming up and had a conversation, but now you're saying some of the same stuff that you were saying you would call brothers coons for, right? Because you're saying our women, you're giving the women an excuse for their lack of respect for us, when again we can literally juxtapose ourselves to Hispanic men, which make less money than us, right? Which are not as well off as we are, but yet and still they have more cooperation and they have more respect from their women than we do. So that's why I say we got to be careful. That's why I don't like throwing around and the coon word and all this other shit and la. Cool. Hey, you can have your thing, but understand what you're saying. When we really start breaking this down, you're putting it upon black men and say, "Oh, we're not making enough money." Well, in this country, maybe I got you, I feel you, but like we're talking to the point of where eventually, like you said, with Mexicans, right? Mexicans specifically, but then Hispanics, in general, Latinos, a lot of these illegal immigrants. Bro, they have money that they send back to their home country. They have a home country to go back to. And this is why you keep getting the influx of those people that come here, because they pretty much build like a pipeline to where, hey, I get here. Eventually we get some people that are legal and so on and so forth. And then we bring more family here and we create these hubs. More likely than not, right in the middle of black communities, right? Because like you said, the black men that had these houses, the black men that had these properties, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Big Mama. Big Mama got it because granddaddy died.
Yeah, inherited.
Everybody lionizes Big Mama and Big Mama's house and all this different shit, right? But Big Mama had the house because granddaddy bought and paid for it, and he just died before she did, and she lived longer. So it's really Big Daddy's house. Pause. It's really granddaddy's house, right? But we again, like you said, brother. Now we get into the psychological aspect of it as to where the black man has been fucking eliminated his importance for generations, to the point of where we won't even acknowledge that. You feel me? So what I'm saying here, and like I said, this is why we have to have these conversations to understand just how deep this hole goes, bro. Mm-hmm. It's not just, and again, you're right. Listen, black men make as much money as you possibly can, be the best man you possibly can. But you said yourself, brother, you said you had your own business, you built businesses together, you accomplished. I see you with the several clocks on top of the thing. So, brother, that means you're tracking time zones in different, in different either parts of the country or parts of the world, brother. So I feel you, right? But at the same time, what did you say? Even with you doing that, the woman you had didn't respect you. Exactly. So money's just not the answer. It's a much deeper issue. It's on, and I'm not directing this as a negative, not saying, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying black men in a whole, even when you are accomplished, brother, it's not gonna be enough. So what we're saying is that, bro, we do have to look at each other with a certain level of respect and like you said, camaraderie, and coming together and work together to start, like you said, from here. We can't change the past, and unfortunately, the current is still full of those women that don't want. Nigga, you not enough. Nigga, you ain't this. Nigga, you can't this. Nigga, you want this. Nigga, you don't this. Even regardless, you feel me? So that's what we're saying as to where, yeah, get the money up part, but don't couple it with get the money and you will get. No, it's been proven for us that that's never been the case. What's happening, and shout out to the brothers that's doing this. That's why a lot of brothers are starting to date and make out. These other women aren't looking at us with this disdain from jump. Oh, nigga, you know what I'm saying? They're not giving you this disqualifier before you even get to the thing, and now you have to prove yourself. Women are looking at black men as men, right? Not as boys, not as a brother, not as my little cousin. No, you know what I'm saying? Some demasculating shit, and that's what we're building here. You feel me? And like I said, it's the early stages of it. So, and I think we're being too harsh on ourselves in not getting immediate results for, like you said, hundreds of years of you feel me? So that's what I'm saying. We're in the process of doing it. And like I said, I do agree with you. You didn't say anything wrong about, hey, economical power is the most important thing right now, more so than the war, army, any of that shit, bro. Money is way more powerful than any of that shit, right? But we have to properly assess it and be careful as to how we couple it with things, because that's it.
What did Kanye West tell? What did Tupac tell Kanye West? He said, you need to calm down, simmer down. I know you don't like all this, ratchet stuff going on in the industry, but first you got to get your money, your war chest. You can't go to war without resources. You'll end up failing. And what happened? He waited until he was in that position, and then when he made his move, they tried to counterattack, and they couldn't take him down like they wanted to take him down. And I think let me finish this point out, because I want to counter to what he said, because sometimes when you make statements, the entirety of what you mean is not really conveyed. So I want to handle something. You're right. She didn't respect me, even though I was alpha male who was large in the charge and building. At the same time, this is why I jumped on this live. The reason why I jumped on this live, because I don't never do this. This is the first time I've ever shown my face or put my name out nowhere. And I've been on a lot, watching and clocking and monitoring a lot of stuff. Is this psychologically, as a people, and there's a psychologist, and Carl Jung talked about the collective unconscious. In the collective unconscious of the psyche of Black people as a whole, at the deepest level of the stratum of a collective unconscious, we as a people have been defeated. Therefore, if you believe that you deserve to be on the bottom, you will always find your way to the bottom. If you believe you don't want to be this race you were born into, if you don't believe you want to be a member of this race you were born into, because nobody wants to be on the losing team, then yeah, you're going to have your own woman, your family members, different people try to sabotage you when you try to achieve great things. But this is my point. My point is the reason why I jumped on this live. It's part of the reason why this has been done to us is because just until recently have we had these types of platforms, have we had Black media, have we been getting together, talking with each other more direct. We used to have something called the Black Grapevine back when we didn't have technology, and something from the South would make its way to the North and back and forth. But now we're doing it big. If we have a media that can start drowning out all of the lies of the white media, then maybe we can build self-love and self-esteem, and then we won't be attacking and sabotaging one another. That's my first point. My second point is this: when you say money don't matter because look what your woman did to you, money. First of all, I want to bring up. I want to bring. Wait. That's not. Wait. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I didn't say money don't matter. I was saying money when you couple it with the respect of it. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying money don't matter. I'm just saying money does not equal the respect that you were talking about. I understand. I understand, but this is what I want to say to that. To specifically, you cannot lead as a man with your money. As a man, you need to lead with your accomplishments. Accomplishments inspire the respect of those around you, and the money follows. That's the first point. The second point is that when you have it's personal empowerment, now you're in a position to punish. And I don't mean by directly going after somebody. I mean just by taking away your presence. Those people that used to depend on you begin to suffer because they didn't respect you. You're able to mete out consequences to them that they were not even, they thought it was always going to be this way. They had it lovely up in the game, and they're sitting up there teasing and disrespecting or doing sneaky stuff. Then next thing you know, you withdraw your resources and your power. Next thing you know, they falling on their ass and begging to come back.
The Marcus.
So
let me offer.
Yeah, can I say something real quick? Because he's been talking for a long time. Can I say something real quick? I gotta say something.
Go ahead.
First of all, you use Haiti as an example. So let's talk about Haiti. Let's look at Haiti, how they revolted and what they did. Haiti's one of the poorest countries in the world, but you're using them as an example to support your point. But then you want to say we get our money up. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say we're going to revolt.
I don't agree. Wait, that's wrong. Wait, that's wrong. Haiti is not the poorest country. Haiti. Why do you think Bill Clinton is in Haiti? Because it's one of the richest resource countries. What you're saying is factually incorrect.
Yeah, Marcus, we'll give you a chance to correct him, brother. We got you, but let him say his piece. Go ahead. We'll give you a chance to correct him.
I'm after you.
You said Haiti's not one of the poorest countries? You said it's not one of the poorest?
He said it's not the poorest.
Right now.
Wait.
He said
not one of the poorest countries.
Can I answer the question? Permission to answer the question. Permission to answer the question. Permission to answer the question.
Go ahead, Marcus.
That's yes or no.
The reason why Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, all those organizations are in Haiti is because it's one of the greatest resource countries, and they keep the media suppressing the image because they hate Haiti ever since it was they were revolted against European dominance and power. So the media does a lot of lying, and the reason why they keep that country off kilter and messed up is because if they ever got their ass back up again, it would be over for the European powers. A lot of countries, even in Africa, they say how they're third world countries and they're impoverished. If they're impoverished, then why are they going over there getting all their resources to go up into space, do this, that, and the third, and get all their diamonds and minerals? They built Europe off of the back of black third world, so-called third world countries.
So let me finish. You answer my question. So you can just Google this. You ain't got to believe me. You can Google this. They're one of the poorest countries in the world. That's a fact. Google it. Don't argue with me. That's a fact. You cannot get your money up and do revolts at the same time. That's the only point I'm talking about. So you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't have resources. I'm not saying they don't have a lot of things in their favor, but they don't have a lot of money. That's one thing they ain't got, because what happens? The cool powers keep them that way. They keep them that way. All I'm saying is you're using Haiti, but you're using Haiti as an example. But what I'm trying to say is look at how they're living over there, though. And if you think we would have did, hold on, let me say this. If you think we would have did the exact thing as what Haiti did, we would have ended up like Haiti in this country. Is what I'm trying to tell you. That's why they had the nonviolent civil rights movement. That's why the black man fought the way he fought without a gun. So you can have your money today, bro. That was the whole point of it.
Come on,
integration. That's the whole point. But only point I'm trying to make, bro, is this. The way we fought was we got to give ourselves credit for what we did, because if they had not done it that way, we wouldn't have the money we have today. That's all I'm trying to say. Because we had done it the Haitian way. If we had done it the Haitian their way,
it would have been way worse.
Okay, so what the brother's saying is wholly correct. See, this is my whole thing. My whole thing is, when I brought up the thing about money, it's not because I think money is just a symbol. It's a symbol, and it means something because other people agree it means something. It's really about relationships and ideas and what we agree and back. So we decided money was power, so money is power. We could be picking up shells off the damn beach and decide that was a dollar bill. And money is just a symbol. But my point is this: the brother's wholly right in what he's saying. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, you can't. All wars, you have to feed an army, and you can't feed an army when you have no resources. And that's the whole point I'm trying to make.
I'm gonna let compassionate go, but I'm gonna follow up after that.
All right, cool. So let's not get caught in the weeds, Marcus. I think 100% we on the same page, but I think we just gotta, we gotta curate it a little bit. The Haitian issue, let's not get caught in the weeds. It's hard to compare because Haiti outnumbered the white people on that island like 10 to 1 or something. So it's a different warfare situation. To your point about money, a lot of black men, this is a common trope that I think we all struggle with, and especially before we was able to communicate with each other and share the history and share the actual facts. Look, Moynihan in 1963 did a whole study on this already. So this money argument that if black men get their economics straight, then we will start to see a structural change in how our families operate and how we're able to control our communities. We've already figured out, or the Moynihan report laid out in data, not some white man claiming from his own opinion, with data. In 1963, black women got the ability to get welfare. 1963. Before that, it was racism. Only white people could get it. Black women got the ability. He put this on a whole chart. It's called Moynihan scissors. What he discovered was, because he had the same idea, if black men are economically disenfranchised, this is why their families and their communities are broken and fucked up. So cool. If we would give them jobs and money, it would fix it. That was his idea. But then it turned out, and by 1966, he looked at the data. When by 1963, black women start taking welfare for the first time ever, meaning they didn't have to rely on a black man's income. By 1965, 1966, he lays it out on a chart. As black men's employment went up, meaning their earnings went up over time. As their black male employment went up, black female welfare went up also, which said, wait, that don't make sense. Why are black women getting on government subsidized, funding if their men are working more and making more money than they did in 1963? He realized by studying Kenneth Clark's, Dr. Kenneth Clark, y'all might know him, he made up the doll test, where they show kids white dolls and black dolls to see if they see what their reactions to. Him and his wife made that test. He also wrote a book called Dark Ghetto, where he outlines
Dark Ghetto. Yeah, BGS talks about it.
Exactly. But outlines the psychology from the plantation through Reconstruction through Jim Crow. He's a social scientist, a black man who studied our history. And he said, well, to explain that chart you see, Moynihan, that you see where as black male employment or economics get better, black women don't seem to marry more. They seem to get more on welfare. He said, he answered the question. Exactly. He said, well, it's cultural. Since the plantation, black women have been enculturated to not depend on black males, even if they have their economics together. As Dr. Dre, as Michael Jordan, as Robert Smith. We can go through a list of men that got billions of dollars. Their economics are super straight. All divorced. All was married to 8 of those women. So just to dispel this false, because we'll be treadmilling forever if we all as black men say, bet, if we all get $100,000 a year, that's going to solve our family problem, because our women just going to get in line. You started off, Marcus, saying you was building with a woman who just wanted to be 3 steps ahead of you, even if you was winning. So that's the point. The point is black boys, black teenage, black college guys, we do not want them thinking, all right, bet, let me get my money together, then I can control my family. That's going to give me the means of control. No, you're from a culture that has been designed since the plantation that no matter what you did, no matter what achievements, come on, bro, you said achievements earlier. You black, our achievements. We was the first this, first that, first fucking
everything.
Look at the Red Tails in World War II, highest decorated air or fighter plane unit.
They fell in love with Italian women.
America wouldn't be a world power if it wasn't for the black man.
Black men.
We invented everything. We created everything. We fought harder than everyone in every war.
Let me land my plane. So basically, our achievements, our economics is not the thing. That's what I think what Fantastic is getting at with this whole show. What it is the women we're trying to earn this respect from and trying to be leaders of are been enculturated since the plantation. This ain't new. It ain't because of Oprah. Oprah was like that because it been like this. And that Sojourner Truth got up in front of white folks and asked them to look at her like a woman. In 1855, we weren't even out of slavery. She was asking them to look at them like, acknowledge her. Please acknowledge me, white man, as a woman. We don't peep this. It's a reoccurring pattern. We got Joy Reid on MSNBC talking about we some cowards for getting kidnapped and executed.
With a blonde wig on, looking like a Trump in blackface.
So we got to recognize, just to land here, we got to recognize this is deeper than the money. This is deeper than the achievement. This is deeper than anything we can shuck and jive to earn from anybody. We got to recognize all we got. Don't nobody want us, including our mama.
Marcus, I done spent over a decade in education and money after high school. And you are 99% correct. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because what I want to say, I think will flip the whole mind state of where we are. The critical thing we have to understand is, out of everything we say, African Americans are averaging close to 50,000 a year per capita. We're literally a G something nation. I want to say 10, but let's just say I'll put money on 15. We G15, bro. Across the world.
Mm-hmm.
Across the world. That is the critical thing you must understand.
Yeah, we already the richest group of black diasporans on the planet.
When
you the top 1%, bro. We're in the top 1%.
Hold on, let me finish. I waited all this time. You can't compare
let
us
him finish.
to anybody. We're America's only begotten. Only. If you want to compare us to anybody else in the nation, we're the only group where 100% of our population is self-contained. They say they come the land of opportunity. Well, what happens when there is no opportunity? This is us. We're here. And my financial advice, because in my opinion, God is in motion, because like the shit that I'm seeing, first off, if you took a bell curve of our population, what a lot of we really argue about is the left tail. But everybody can see our left tail because they're in America. They hide their left tail in these other countries. They hide their crime, their problems, their poverty in other countries. But we're 100% self-contained here. So you see the left tail, and you see the right tail, the success, and you see the middle. I had to understand this when I had to pass tests for global finance. Everybody else can understand global finance and say, oh, okay, the swap rate and the exchange rate with the country that they can dually claim, right? My suggestion, what you're seeking on a financial power, and I'm seeing it happen real time with whatever reason the passport bros exist. I know one thing, they're opening up bank accounts in other countries. You, me, and everybody else needs to be able to buy the bonds of these other countries. If you want us to say that if I care about Haiti, I'm tired of talking about Haiti. If you can't tell me where I can invest $1,000 in the Haitian national bond so that they can use my capital to build and pay me interest off of it, we're not talking about shit. And that goes for the whole diaspora. And I'm gearing this directly towards you, Marcus, because you're honed and hell-bent on finance, and it's the correct thing. Voting, all these politicians work for the best interest of the bondholder. We keep saying, who's out there working for our best interest? It's a financial equation. The president works for the US dollar, the treasury bonds. Our governors work for our state bonds. Mayors work for our municipal bonds. And they won, and this was taken over because they convinced the boomers that you can get a higher interest rate by investing in everything else. With your pensions from government work. They lost control of the system, chasing higher returns. What you are seeing right now from our African American youth, we called it in Chicago. They literally sacrificed a 4-year span of kids to balance the budget. And guess what? We're in that time period right now. We sacrificed their education, bruh, to balance the budget. We told them 10 years ago. So now Chicago's in the spotlight, but the same age group. They closed 15 schools. They didn't change our taxes. They closed everything to balance the budget. And now 10 years later, after we were out there picking and saying this was going to happen, it's happening. And guess what? Now Chicago is the epicenter of what you want to say is our left tail. So the key to what I'm saying, because I'm finna land this plane, because I got to get out of here in a little bit. I'll be back and forth for a second. But if you want to focus on finance, the reason why they get so pissed when you want to say, no, I am just us, is because it lets the world know that you are aware of your bell curve. If you put us up against any group in America, which you shouldn't because we're America's only begotten, we got to stop comparing ourselves to anybody else in this damn country. If you they're sending their right tail of a bell curve to America and trying to compare you against your full bell curve. It is not an accurate comparison. In any statistical measure, any statistical formulas, anything I've ever studied, we had a class on statistical ethics where we had to literally present papers on how you can take data sets that if you ran all the tests, it would be incomplete. It would not be allowed in papers. You're not seeing what you're saying in academic papers, in statistical analysis. It's not true. It's apples and oranges. That's all I wanted to say to you, brother, because you're 99% right. Instead of looking at us, but the 1%, because 1% is the miracle. Instead of looking at us at the bottom of the barrel, you have to look at us for what it is. They're coming for your spot. You ain't, as a black man, we do not get any substance for survival. None of this shit. I pay taxes. I don't want to hear people talk about Section 8 because I know 65% of my FICA and everything goes to keep the senior citizens from dying in the goddamn streets. And that's the only thing that separates us from the communists. So, brother, I'm going to stop talking. The plane is landed. I'm done.
Unfortunately, I have bad connection. I ended up losing connection, and it took me a little time to get back in. I'm deeply interested in what you had to say. I missed most of it. I kind of got the gist of what you're saying. Listen, I'm more like this.
You can rewind the stream. Yes. Don't worry about it.
Okay, listen. This ultimately, when I brought up what I was talking about we need to get our money up as men, it wasn't from a place of we're going to get our women. Okay, our women are going to now start obeying us because we have.
Bro. Since you were muted, we have our money up. The question now is we're not in capitalism. I cannot loan AAA credit rating African American businesses. I can't loan them out of my 401k $50 a month for the standard interest rate. I can't do that. I can't. We have a funding problem, bro. I can't buy a Haitian national bond and loan them $1,000 and say, just give me back my interest. And that interest is going to strengthen the foreign exchange rate. I can't do that because the Haitians won't tell me. You see what I'm saying? The critical issue here.
Okay, I got you.
The critical issue here is we do not have investment vehicles among ourselves. However, financial tech, with crowdfunding, with different things like that, it's getting close. So just hang in there, but we are not in a bad position, bro.
No, I agree, and I get what you're saying. Here's the thing, though. America is really like demonic and two-faced. So what I mean by that is, so okay, so we got this thing in our country, and it's actually a corporation. We're talking about a corporation. The entire fucking continent is a corporation, okay, which is controlled by Europe. So we're double as a country, and we also are where we're actually because we operate as a corporation.
He Borgen?
It's under animal law. It's under. Huh?
You clear it out, though.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The only reason why I'm even bringing up that context is so when I say what I'm about to say, it lands. It has some meaning or some merit. I've always owned an S corporation or an LLC. Once you own that, you can take a job. Like I'm a truck driver right now, right? So I can literally take my 401k and talk to the right people. You got to have a right good accountant, but you can have that transferred to LLC or your S corp. I highly recommend the S corp over an LLC because they figured out a way to tax the hell out of you. That's the reason why a lot of these CPAs be heavily promoting LLC. You save yourself all those talking about. You don't have to be paying them if you just know the system. You know how to manipulate the system. The second point I want to make is you talked about bonds. You gotta self-educate to empower yourself because it isn't just about getting in a position. It's also having the knowledge to know how to manipulate the situation.
You're going in and out, bro.
So I'm saying damn. Okay, sorry, man. Sorry, I guess I'm in a bad spot. But
no, you totally correct. You totally correct. Like you a businessman. I can hear what you're saying. My point. But how?
Damn, I'm coming. I'm trying to tell you the steps. You gotta start. Let me move to a different spot. Maybe I can get better signal.
Yeah, because this is not a step on individual.
Okay, this
I'm talking about damn near an African American central bank.
Okay, so here's the problem, though. The problem is
under
all of the banks. Okay, listen. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. Even if you, the problem.
State Mutual Exchange.
Go ahead.
The problem with the idea of a black bank, and we've tried to do this for decades, for centuries. We've been doing this black bank thing. You have white supremacy.
Central bank.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I don't know how to put together a central bank. One of the things you're going to find out, but one of the things, listen. You can't talk over me when I try to answer you. Anything I tell you is going to be like real, like from my gut and from my heart. When I was telling you about my personal life and the failures in that and the things I learned, whatever I tell you, if I don't know, I don't know. I'm going to tell you I don't know. Whatever I know, I'm going to tell you I do know. And you can go check and see if I'm lying or not. So the thing is, I never built a bank. I don't own banks. I know a lot about the financial system, but I don't know about how to put together a bank. And we would have to be something like a think tank, a research think tank as brothers that we come together, and we'd have to create a trust where this is what our agenda is. We're going to try to, put this into existence. We would have to start working on building that out. As far as me saying I know how to do that or have experience in that, I don't. But what I can tell you is I know a lot about business and I know a lot about the financial markets. And here's the thing, right? I'm a trader. I trade Forex, foreign exchange market. I trade futures. I trade these things. I trade bonds. I trade these things. I invest in these things. So the things you're talking about as far as like, yeah, if you work a job and you stay in that situation, then it's going to tie your hands because the whole system is based on corporations, on dead entities. That's what a corporation is. When you were born and they gave you a birth certificate and a social security card, they turn you into money on the stock exchange.
Don't
all I'm trying to say is that everything, even down to every man, woman, and child, is literally a corporation. So if you don't operate, if you don't put yourself in a situation where you don't have your hands tied behind your back, and you're not willing to go build a business or set something up where you become.
Since you wanted to go there, I'm gonna be very. I tried to tell you, stop trying to put us in a box of anybody else. If you want to go to where you just said every person's a corporation and all that other type of stuff, use your mathematical intuition. Black people have hella assets on the ledger for unpaid labor.
True. We're owed reparations.
So that's why I don't even get into what you're talking about. I'm getting into the point, you're a businessman. I understand that. I'm just saying that you as a businessman, it's hard for African Americans to tap capital that they need to grow their business. And the reason is because we're not in capitalism. Because I don't have a going interest rate for me to invest, or if I was a business, for me to borrow, for me being a AAA African American business. You're fighting the capital world of other people's stuff. But what I'm saying is you can still use the dollar, but we have to create a market where we have the professionals in accounting to where they can rate books. But I'm saying, why can't I use $50 out of my 401k to invest with a rate of return for African American businesses? Why can't I do that? I don't have a capital market. So we're not in capitalism. Capitalism is literally a capital market where we can invest as a collective. And off the interest, we can.
Just real quick, I got you, bro. Like I said, I don't want to turn it to like a financial show. The aspect of it, the money part of it, the money aspect, I think we've at length, exhausted that explanation. You did a great job. A lot of people don't understand what the central bank is, right? So I think, like I said, when you say that digs a whole deeper rabbit hole or whatever. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, man, the economical aspect of it is important, but there are a lot of other things that Black men are actively overcoming and exposing, talking about, having these conversations we're having right now to get past it, right? And that's the most important part. Understand that, like you said, we're right at 30 days to this election coming up. And again, like I said, I'm not telling you vote Democrat. I'm not telling you vote Republican. I'm not telling you vote Trump. I'm not telling you vote Kamala. What I'm telling you is to do your research. Okay, know the history, understand what politics is supposed to be, not what we've been told they're meant to be. Right? We've been lied to. Right? And it's our job to educate ourselves and each other when at all possible, so that we look out for our interests for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Starting out, the Black men are the only men on the planet that say if you're looking out for yourself, there's something wrong with you, right? Which again, if you as a man, you come to learn and understand that, hey, if you ain't straight, ain't nobody else straight, right? If you're supposed to be the protector, the provider, or whatever, so on and so forth, your first duty is to yourself, okay? But yet still, we're purposely told by Black people, you know what I'm saying, and then society at whole, that nah, just nigga, take what you can get and be happy. And no, you know what I'm saying, and that's not how any other man operates, bro. So we gotta understand this shit and just move forward from that. Read these super chats, man, and we will get up out of here. Holding y'all back from football, and I already missed a whole game, man. I don't want y'all niggas to get mad at me about your football, man. Shout out to my man John, 8180. Appreciate your brother for the 5. Fault to marry white men that still can't get married. Can someone please tell Plies to shut the fuck up? Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, man. Listen, Mr. Sweet Pussy Saturday himself. You gotta chill on the politics. Shout out to Sophisticated Jerk, brother. Greatly appreciate you for the 20 ball. Showing support, great conversation. Yes, brother. Yes, indeed. Greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Young J, 216 for the 5. Heard an FBA black woman on a dating show yesterday. Kendra G said she was talking to a black male doctor, and she wanted him to be more ambitious. You got to own the hospital. That was bro. I heard that, bro. Listen, y'all. More and more, they swear we just niggas on the internet, bro. They can't get women and undesirable and all this other shit, bro. They just prove it every day. Shout out to the Bell. Appreciate your brother for the vibe. Black men have a higher net worth and earning power than black women, even though we're outnumbered by black women. And to my understanding, it's at least by 1 million. So it's at least 1 million more black women than black men. Despite all their education and despite all of their, government jobs they were given, affirmative action, double hit minority. Yeah, black men are still outperforming black women. So this closeness they keep saying, bro, is not really there. It's not there, bro. Shout out to Up Air and C for the 2. Greatly appreciate you. Said General Dave got bodied on Chaotic Truth channel. Yeah, I don't depend. Well, on Chaotic Truth, man, there's a lot of just wildness over there. They're not big on facts and whatever. It's hey, but then hey, it is what it is, man. We not about the shock and awe over here like that, bro. We're just trying to get the information out and go from there. And shout out to my man A1 Day One in the building, man, on the cash. I greatly appreciate you, my man Donovan, man, with the 5. Appreciate you, brother. Said salute, getting ready for this hurricane. Damn, it's another hurricane coming up. Goddamn. Shit. FEMA got to get on their shit, man. But hey, man, listen, brothers. It was a great conversation, man. I think I'm gonna do this, especially coming up or whatever. Just talk more about politics coming up to the election or whatever. We'll probably just do it on Sunday and go from there. But hey, man, greatly appreciate y'all for coming through. That's that on that. I'm gonna catch y'all next, man. Holla, we out.